follow through. If the Zoom session is too congested that you are unable to be able to participate, you can join us on the YouTube live. So please, let's take note of that. You can see I have a loaded notes to follow through just to guide the session and make sure that everything is coordinated. So irrespective of your category, you are in the right place, and ENGS want to impart your journey. Now, what's the session for today? There are a lot of rumors flying around. There are a lot of challenges hitting people. Turn it back. Oh, stand it. Let's see. I just be told starting my camera will give a better outlook. Is it better now? Okay, that's fine. So a lot of challenges regarding people getting jobs, and then people aiming to do self-sponsorship, and some don't even know what self-sponsorship is all about and how they will be able to navigate their journey. There are a lot of people, they just completed their MSc program. They are thinking, how am I able to get into the profession as a nurse after I spent a whole lot of money to get to the stage that I am currently. So we just want to make that journey swift, easy, and remove all the hurdles, anything that can be a barrier to you. So we literally want to hold you by your hand. Now, there are 5 categories of person this session is for. So you must have seen our various sessions. So oftentimes it's not always for the nurses, but today is for the nurses. Now, why is it for the nurses? Because the subject we are discussing, which is OSC self-sponsorship or self-sponsorship itself, is basically for the nurses. So what are the categories of nurses we are targeting today? Now, if you are just done your BSc program, let's say you came to the UK to do your MSc or your BSc top-up, this program is for you. Number 2 is if you are an HCA, you were working as a nurse before in your original country, and eventually you came into the UK as a HCA or as an HCA, and you now want to transition into nursing, and this program is for you. And if you are an international nurse, maybe you are practicing in Ghana, Nigeria, you are practicing in India, Philippines, so on and so forth, and you are looking forward to transitioning and expanding your knowledge or expanding your skill, and you want to work in the UK, surely this program is for you. And most importantly, or last not the least, if you are a nurse working in Saudi, or you are working in Cyprus, or you are working in any other part of the country other than your original country, and you aim to be able to practice in the UK, this program is for you. You must have heard of self-sponsorship across various platforms. At TMGS, we don't just be the leaders, we also show you how to do it differently, how to do things differently. Because if you don't do things differently, you're going to waste your money. So this whole process takes a lot of money. In that, I know money is subjective. For some persons, the so-called loss of money are not really lost. But for others, it's going to mean a whole lot. So it is best you do it right. There are some persons, they've done self-sponsorship for the past couple of months, they haven't gotten a job. It's not that there's no more job. Meanwhile, there are people that use EFGS guideline. They are getting up to 432 offers, and they now have options, and they are even still applying to compete with you. And you yourself, you are just sitting down, crossing your hand and saying, oh, it's not working anymore. So hopefully this program is going to be very, very vital to you. And if you are a new nurse who have heard of self-sponsorship for the first time, and you are wondering, how do I navigate my journey? How do I do it the right way and end up getting a job? Yes, we are going to be supporting you and assisting you. So let's keep our mic muted and follow through all the guides I'm going to be following through. So you can see I have my second phone here. So I'm streaming on Zoom, and we are equally live on YouTube. So all the questions that may arise as a result of my conversation, try and jot it on the comment section. And at the end of the session, I'm also going to give opportunity for everyone to be able to ask their question if you do have questions bothering you. So sit tight and let's get started. Now, first and foremost, just to give you a hint, what is self-sponsorship? Self-sponsorship simply means it doesn't mean that you are going to sponsor yourself. You are going to have COS for yourself. For those who don't know what COS is, COS simply means certificate of sponsorship, which is a certificate given to you by your employer in the UK for you to be able to freely work in the UK without issues. So just note that somewhere. Now, having know what COS is, self-sponsorship has nothing to do with COS. It basically means OSA is self-sponsorship. So there are two self-sponsorship. There is self-sponsorship related to MLS and other profession. But today, like I said, the focus is on nurses. There are about, let's say, 10 or 14 key stages that you have to follow through to make sure that there is no issue, no stone left unturned, and there is no challenge whatsoever. And then the first stage will have to be what? I outlined them here. I will just follow it through. And then I will tell you what you need to start doing differently at every stage. Now, this session is not organized just to teach you about self-sponsorship. It is organized to show you what you need to start doing differently. Why EMGS products are getting offers, meanwhile, where you are having your own, you are saying there's no more jobs. It's like essay, say no more jobs, they're taking our jobs. So nobody is taking your jobs. You just need to do things differently. And hopefully you will be able to follow through and do things differently. So what are the stages? Number one is you must be an RON, ROM, ROP, ROH, MHN, which is registered nurse, registered midwifery or midwife, or registered mental health nurse. Those are the categories that this cover. You can also be a registered pediatric nurse. So those are the categories this covers. Now, I'm not going to be deliberating on which one offers the highest opportunity. We'll leave that discussion for another day. Now, so you have to be registered in your original country as RON, ROPH, and so on. Now, like I said, there are different categories of people that this session is captured for. So you may be here already, you're already in the UK, you came to do your MSc or your BSc top-up. So this program is for you. So if you are a beginner, let's say you are already working in one teaching hospital in Nigeria or in Ghana or in Kenya, and you're in this session and you're wondering, is this for me? Yes, it's for you. So we're going to show you each of the stages, what you should do differently. Now, there's a little bit of difference because if you are already in the UK and you came for your MSc top-up, obviously, when you are coming for your OSA, nobody will be asking you to go and do visa and all those things. However, if you are in Nigeria or you are in Saudi and you now want to transition, you can see, obviously, you will need all those things. So you see the difference, little differences here and there. So first stage, have your RON, ROM, and so on. The second stage is do your verification. So that means you are actually letting the UK body know that you want them to evaluate your credentials and show you that you are fully a registered nurse in your original country. So verification simply means UK wants to verify with NMC, let's say for Nigeria, your NMC will be Philippines, for India, whichever country you belong. So you go ahead and verify. So once you are able to do that verification, then you can now move to the space. Now, if you are hearing this for the first time, maybe verification is a challenge, you can always reach out to our ENGS and we'll solve that for you. But that's not the core thing now. And let's say parameter, you follow this session passively, maybe after it has ended, we will try our best to pin on the comment section, ENGS Telegram platforms, as well as our customer care reps that will be able to assist you further in case you get yourself challenged at any stage on the journey. So that's the second phase, verification. Now, what's the next phase? Once you have now been verified, you will be given a sort of a decision letter to go and write your CBT. So once you are now ready for that phase, you go and write your CBT. Obviously, your CBT simply means a computer-based test. It's an OBJ exam very simple exam, but because there has been a lot of twists, question change recently, we always recommend attend tutorials to avoid any issues. Don't want to hear that, oh, I had an issue with one, I passed part two, or I passed part two, I had an issue with part one, because there has been twists of questions recently. So past question alone is no longer sufficient. And if there's offer that lecture, so that would not be an issue for you. So what is the next phase? The next phase is your IELTS, your OET. So it's an option. You can choose to write your IELTS first, or you can choose to write your CBT first, or you can choose to write your OET. So either IELTS or OET is the option is yours for you to choose. IELTS is less expensive than OET, but much more technical and a little bit more difficult. So whichever category you belong, depending on which one you feel will work for you, you can go for either. So it doesn't really matter which one you are going to go for, but whichever exam you are taking, you need to be trained for it to ensure that you smash it at once and there is no delay in the process. And again, if IELTS or CPT or OET is your challenge, ENGS is there to hold you by your hand and break lectures down into simple phases. Remember, we always say IELTS is not a test of intelligence, but a test of skills. But we'll deliberate on that later on when we are telling you what to do differently across the various stages. What I'm just doing now is outlining the stages. Now, what else is there? Then you will proceed to write your OSCE. So we'll not talk so much on that. By the time we are saying what you should do differently, we will deliberate on that. Now you will go ahead and now get your PIN. Your PIN is more like the stage which sets you aside to say, yes, you are now a UK ROM. Just like in Ghana, they will say, oh, you are a registered nurse after you are written your final qualifying exam. Same with Nigeria and Philippines. So once you have written that exam, that means you are now a registered nurse. You will be issued a license. So that is what is similar to what they call PIN in the UK for those who the word seems strange to. So that is basically it on that. What is the next phase? The phase of job application. This phase is very, very crucial on your journey. The mistake most people make is they follow from the very beginning, and when they now write OSCE, they think, oh, it's so easy now, everything is sorted. And then they will now receive the shocker that it's not always what they thought that they are not seeing. And that's why we say, if you see somebody have passed through road and he excelled through the road, follow the person that knows the road. Now, if the person that knows the road, what he was telling you many years ago is no longer what is applying now applicable, go ahead and learn from those who know what is now applicable. And that is where ENGS comes in as a company. We are the forerunner of this journey. We started assisting nurses for many years now. God willing, we've been able to assist thousands of nurses to be able to achieve their dream, not just to the UK, to Canada, to Australia, and also to New Zealand, and even the US. So you literally do not have any excuse as far as this journey is concerned. Now, what else do you need to do after the job application phase? You will have to attend interview. So you will get interview, you will attend interview, and then you will receive offer. That's another stage. We are in step 9 now. And then you will apply for a visa because you want to go to wherever you are going now. And then if need be, you can source for funds to be able to do your journey, especially for those who are already or who are still in their respective countries. And for those who are already based in the UK, this stage is bypassed for them, so they can just move to the next phase, which is for them to start work. But if you are still back home in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and what have you, you may need income, also you may need funds to be able to sort your flight out, sort every other things out. And there EMGS also comes into support. That's where the EMGS Street Loan comes in, where the company is able to provide you with funding for you to complete the rest of your program. So by the time you eventually relocate, you can now go ahead and repay the company. So please Let's take note of that. So what else is the next in this phase? You start working. Your work will usually begin as a preceptor, and then afterwards, you will now begin to work as a permanent or full-time staff who is not being supervised. So preceptorship simply means you are working under supervision. So what else? If you so desire, you can go ahead and write NCLEX so that you can keep that. And then what else? You can decide and say, okay, this job I want to swap it. Let me change to another trust because this trust I got was because I was kind of desperate and I want to swap it now. And when you want to swap your job, NCLEX will always be there to support you with job application. This time you are no longer applying for a job under pressure. You are doing it steadily, gradually, and calmly. Now, what else? The journey for your self-sponsorship ends with what? Your investment. So you will now have the money, all the plan you have been thinking and holding in your head, you will now start executing them. Now, even in this journey, there are some persons like in their original country, they are only any, let's say, after everything, after all the expensive, they are earning like 150K or 120K in Naira or let's say $200, as the case may be. They are not still able to save with that. Even if you come to the UK and they are paying you £2,000 or £1,000 or £2,300, whichever you are earning, it's going to be a struggle still. But that's not our major focus. Our focus is how do we do these things differently. All the stages I have applied from when you smash your CBT to the point that you now eventually get your job. What is the differences between people so that you will know and start doing your own differently? It's not just all about, oh, I joined EMJ's platform and I am quite confident that everything will be smooth for me. If you join EMJ's platform and you are not following what we are telling you to follow, you will still struggle. The magic is not in joining the platform. The magic is in taking note and paying attention to details. Now, major information will be reserved to the end of this video and to the middle and so on and so forth. Why do we do that? Because if we just give information at the very beginning, there are some sensitive information that you don't want to just push out there to the public. You want to be sure that only those who really needs it are there to follow it through. So hopefully you will be among those that needs this information today. And as a result of this encounter, trust me, there will be a positive turnaround as it relates to your journey. Now, the first few stages, you don't even need to struggle so much. What are the first few stages? The stages of you being registered as a nurse in your country. So obviously, there's nothing I can do about that. It's there again. So you will have to be the one registered as a nurse in your country, depending on whichever country you are. Now we say RON, ROM, or registered mental health or pediatric. We didn't say you must be BSc holder. So please always take note of that, because the mistake some of you make is you will not even go ahead and be putting into comment section. I heard that they are no more accepting ROM. I heard that they are only ROM are being accepted. Nobody told you that. The truth is your ROM, your mental health nursing is enough for you to begin your journey. If you have your BSc, good and fine. That is another advantage. So you must have heard stories about the English requirement, a lot of things that they say, oh, you have to be to this level before you can now apply for RONRO in the UK. Don't worry about that. That's none of your concern, because your RON qualification is enough. That's the basic requirement. So your RON qualification is enough. Have that at the back of your mind. I'm not going to be talking so much on that. Now, for the part that has to do with your CBT, I don't have to also talk so much on that, but we always recommend write your CBT first. The reason for that is CBT basically will last for 2 years, yes, and IELTS will last for 2 years as well. But because IELTS is the more difficult ones, it helps you to keep faith. Now, how does it help you to keep faith? If you write your CBT once and you smash it, you get motivated and say, if I can smash it, I will smash my IELTS. So when you now take your IELTS, please don't just go to prepare for IELTS blindly. Don't go for your IELTS blindly. Go for tutorial. Go for tutorial. If you are attending group tutorial is not enough for you, do one-to-one. For us as a company, there is a one-to-one, there is a premium one-to-one, depending on your category. So there is even the group lecture. There is a self-paced lecture whereby you just follow lectures according to your own pace. So there's no more excuse of, oh, I'm so busy. When lecture was ongoing, I wasn't online. Everything is available unto you, even with our app, with our Telegram group, everything is available unto you. But once you pass your CBT, you pass your IELTS. Remember, as I said before, the choice of whether IELTS or OET depends on you. Some persons will want to write OET, some person will go for IELTS. But whichever one you choose, EMGS is here to support you. In class, we'll be breaking that lecture into smaller pieces. You'll be wondering, oh, I'm supposed to be an adult. Why are these people teaching me like a baby? So we'll do that. And if even after those lectures, if baby own is not sufficient for you, you need a one-to-one. Someone who can be able to support you fully. We still have that. Why we recommend one-to-one is because some persons, if you are learning in the group, sometimes there are some things that you want to express to your tutor, but you may not have that access. So if you have one-to-one, you can always access the group and then you still meet the tutor on one-to-one basis, and those things will be sorted. So attend tutorials and then remember your certificate of good standing. Now, what do I mean by remember your certificate of good standing? Once you write your CBT, once your CBT is above a year since you write it and you pass your OSCE, you need to let NFC know that you are still in good standing with your country of practice. So in order for you to do that, there are two methods. Number one is either your place of work in the UK, where you are working as an ACA because you are not a nurse now, they will write to NFC and say this person is in good standing, or your country where you did your verification before. Remember when I said this, the whole process begins with you first and foremost being a registered nurse, then you go forward to verification, or you will do a second verification. So this now means that the country you are practicing now verify again that yes, this person is still a registered nurse with RT-PIN. So you can see now. So that is basically it on the part of CBT. So CBT is no longer how it used to be, where you just practice past question, you go there and smash it. A lot of things have changed. So don't allow a test to shock you on your exam day. So that's why we have classic lectures that is set piece that you can follow through within a month or so. You should be done with that. And if for any reason you are not able to finish within a month, you can maintain your subscription and follow accordingly to your pace. But have a deadline in mind so that you will be able to get rid of the exam and move on. So that's basically it on the stage of CBT and IELTS. Now, the next phase is your OSCE. Just to make sure that this session is coordinated, I will follow through what I jotted down. Number one is, if you are living in diaspora, you need to start your OSCE training at least 3 months ahead. Now, what many people do is they've heard that for you to relocate to the UK, you need to do your OSCE, or you need to do CPT, IELTS, and OSCE, and then boom, you are now in the UK. They will just go and start lecture and say, next month is my exam. This doesn't work like that. This is for those in diaspora. So if you are in let's say Saudi, if you are in Cyprus, if you are in Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, and so on, and you are not thinking you want to come to UK for your self-sponsorship, you have to start planning ahead. 3 months ahead, when you say you want to write your exam, you should have started your tutorial, online tutorial, so that you can start learning ahead, step by step. Now, what is the next phase? Immediately you start your tutorial, hold consultation with visa experts. Now, why do I say hold consultation with visa experts? Because the rules have changed, the music has changed, the dance step must change. Your colleague that did it 3 years ago, 2 years ago, or even a year ago, that told you that, oh, this how I did it, I just did it myself and I got approval, it was so simple. It's no longer the same way. So you need expert guidance. And that expert guidance starts immediately you start your lecture. Don't go and wait for expert guidance when it's now 2 weeks to your visa application. No. You will have to reach out to experts. EMGS will be there for you. Reach out to EMGS consultant through our customer care and hold a detailed consultation. See, when you attend that consultation, you see what I'm talking about. This is for those in diaspora, not for those who are doing MSc top-up or BSc top-up. For those doing BSc top-up, I will also get to your case. You will see what you need to do differently for your case so that you can avoid all these issues of post-study and so on and so forth. But we'll get there. So we'll do your consultation on time, at least 3 months ahead. Now, why are you doing consultation at least 3 months ahead? You are doing it so you can begin to know how to start building your account. What are you going to use as a proof that you will return back to your country after your OSC? Because nobody really go to write OSC and not return back. To the best of my knowledge, they always professional. You cannot risk your PIN. But UKVI does not want to know. Because there have been a lot of things happening around, they are thinking that, oh, people are lying with all these things. So you don't want anybody, you don't want to be caught unguided. Because we've seen a situation whereby some people will train for SC, they will do everything. Now, once it's not time for them to now go and do visa application, they get visa denial. And when they get that visa denial, they get demoralized. And only a few are able to now continue with the process. You don't want that to be your case. That's why we say do it differently. And if you do it differently, you will see the results. So hold a consultation with our experts, and we'll break it down for you how to build your account, what you need to, how you need to be transacting with your account. If you're a salary earner, how you need to be interacting with your salary so that there will not be any red flags. So once you are able to do that, you continue with your tutorial, and then once it's not time for you to do your visa application, because they are the one that consulted you, they will be able to use the same account to do your application for you systematically. And then when you now go for your visa biometrics, all the results will come out, you will be smiling. But if you don't do the needful, you are just focusing on the exam, you are focusing on lecture. What is after the whole lecture, you now go and get denial. So it still now becomes a struggle. So please do it the right way. First step, smash your CBT. Second step, write your IS, smash it. Once you smash it, start your OSCE preparation. Immediately you sub into OSCE lecture with EMGS, go and do your consultation. And your consultation will be centered around how to avoid visa denial. They will help you because you cannot build your account backward. So if it's not a month to your exam, you now want to go and apply for visa, or 2 months to your exam, you want to go and apply, you cannot build your account backward. So please, anytime you make decision to start your OSCE lecture, at least minimum 3 months to start building your account. Even if you are submitting 2 month bank statements, you will know that they are kaja, they are boom, they are good. And always remember that according to NMC policy, if you ask for a refund, maybe there's a visa denial, you need to leave a little bit of a gap between when you will be requesting for a refund from NFC so that the NFC test center, so that they can refund you your money. You need at least 3 weeks. So if you don't plan very well, everything will turn to shambles for you. So please, we want to hold you by your hand and make sure you do it the right way. So that's basically it for those who are from the diaspora. Now, if you are doing MSc top-up or you are an ACA, or you are doing MSc in the UK, but you were RON, only you didn't do the usual MSc, you went to go and do MSc in public health, in tech or anything, but you just want to still have your PIN as a registered UK RON. You don't have to wait for up to 3 months or anything. So if you start your session, let's say this month, next 2 months or next month, you should be able to go and write your OSCE if you have already done the preliminary. That's why EMGS is here to hold you by your hand. So our preliminary classes, our online lecture, our one-to-one sessions, they will go a long way to help your journey in that regards. So that is basically it on that. So So you have to do that. So I'm just going through my write-up to ensure that I'm not leaving any stone unturned. For your OSC still, we always recommend you attend physical assessment. Physical assessment is crucial for this journey. Why? Number one, after your whole practice journey, you are going to be attending to real life patients. You are not going to be doing pound to pounds online. In as much as we will support you with all the support online, we don't want a situation whereby you go to your exam, you will not have culture shock. You will not begin to see how you were saying it that time. It's not different from how it is when you are not doing it physically. So there are a lot of candidates when they come to our center, they finish A to E assessment within 12 minutes online. Then when they now come to physical assessment center, you can see I'm in one of our physical assessment center here in the UK. So when they now come to for physical assessment center, what they usually finish in 12 minutes, they will be finishing in 25, even 30 minutes, because they are now having equipment to use. All those things like, oh, I will discard my apron. You now use the apron now. All those things like, okay, I will tie the cuff on my hand. I will check that there is, you will not have everything now. You will not have anything to do with. So if you don't practice with them and get used to it, by the time you go to your exam center, you will meet that shock. One station can destabilize you to the point that the rest will not work. There are some persons, common lancet, they will go there, they will not be wondering how do they use this lancet. There's nothing like you felt it, you used it by yourself. So when you go there, nothing will be a hindrance to you. So that's why physical assessment is recommended. Another important reason why you should do physical assessment is because you will delay your PIN. God forbid, let's say you go and write on the first attempt you didn't smash it. You're going to delay your PIN. How do you delay your PIN? When other has written and gotten decision for NMC, you are going to be planning on how you will go for receipt. And besides delaying your PIN, you are going to be spending money, extra money. That money you say is not available for you to do physical assessment with EMGS or any other brand. We are not always telling you EMGS is the only solution to your problem. So whichever platform you know that will work for you, follow them. But for us as a company, we are able to support thousands of nurses to achieve their dream. So if you believe that we are the one directed to you, come along to our physical assessment center. We have a center right here in the UK. As you can see, I'm in one of the center. And we also have a center in Lagos, Nigeria. And the beautiful thing about EMGS Center is there's accommodation available for you at the token. And there is everything you need, Wi-Fi, you can cook in the center, you can come with your food, the fridge is there 24/7, washing machine 24/7, dryer 24/7, Wi-Fi 24/7. Everything is basically there. So here, once you come, we begin to eat and breathe OSCE. So we recommend physical assessment for you at least a week or 2 weeks before your exam, so that the whole thing is still fresh in your head, in your mind. So by the time you go there for your exam, you will basically go there and smash it. So there will be no stone left unturned. And as you are getting that one done, nothing is delaying your pain. You are moving to the next phase, which is the phase of don't worry, I will get that sorted. I don't want to miss out any part. So after attending your physical assessment, you will go there and smash your OSCE. When you are going for your OSCE, there are a few things you need to take along. I highlighted it here so that nobody will be taken unaware. What are those things? You need to go with your scrub. The test center may or may not give you scrub. You need to go with your scrub. You need to go with a shoe, a pair of shoe, usually a black shoe, not two, just one shoe. And you need to go with your original credentials because you need to do your document validation and everything so that they will not delay your PIN. Sometimes the center may tell you that, oh, they were unable to do your ID check completely, but they will do it later. They will need to collect the document for you and send it back to your address. So that's not an issue. It's still safe. They will send it back to your address. Now, you need to go as well with your police clearance certificate. For those of you who are UK based, who are already HCA, or they came here for their pre-masters or masters, you need to provide your DBS. So depending on the case, have all those things handy because they are the things that will delay your PIN if you don't do it the right way. So, like I said, I have a full load of write-up here. So that's how to do the OSCE part the right way to avoid any issue, and then you will get it once. Now, this part that I've explained so far is the easy part. The most difficult part is the job part. Why is the job part the most difficult part? Because it's not in your control. It's not in your control. But there are some things that you can do differently that can make the whole thing become sweet for you. That is why we are holding these sessions. So that you will not just be like the rest, like they say, the road to heaven is a very corny way. So a lot of people have been doing this whole OSA now. If you came to do your MSc top up and you are relaxed, you are folding your hand, thinking, oh, there's no stress for me after I'm already in the UK. You are not doing yourself a favor because it is not wise for you to, after your parents have spent quite a lot for your MSc program, and you not also struggle to pay your remaining school fees, only for you now to now come and settle for less. I'm not saying that working as an ACA is bad, but originally we are an RON. Now, you went for that to become a master. That master, an MSc holder, or you now top up to be a BSc holder. That is supposed to be a leverage point for you. So you need to plan ahead so that you can avoid post-study. Now, how do you avoid post-study? Wisdom will tell you that immediately you start your MSc journey, a month or two or midway to your MSc journey, you have to begin your OSA journey so that before you graduate, you will have become UKRO and you've gotten your PIN. Unfortunately, a lot of you listening to this session has now completed their BSc top up or their MSc, but yet they don't still have UK PIN. It's fine. It's not too late for you. It's not too late for you. If you follow the guides I'm also going to be dishing out, you will still be carrying along. Now, if you are done your program, you came for OSCE sponsorship, you have your PIN active, but you've gone back to your country. Now you are thinking, is the whole land not lost for me? No, it's not. The beautiful thing about OSCE is it's like anklets. Once you write it once, you don't write it again. So you now become UKROI. All you now need to do now is follow instruction, what others are doing. We posted recently across our platform with our job application department and all, and we're showing you that there was some person that got there was this particular person that got think about 2 or 3 offers, and there were so many interviews still lined up, and the person was based in diaspora. So basically, not asking me, oh, are there still virtual interviews for these people? How are they doing it? I will not say, if you want to get to know things, you have to start doing things differently. So hopefully, you'll also be able to learn all those things in the course of this session. So please take note. Once you smash your OSCE, you must make sure that between smashing your OSCE and your CBT, it's no more than a year. Because if it's more than a year, you will do certificate of good standing. So don't go and fold your hand and just be waiting for your PIN. So please, if it's more than a year, you must do a certificate of good standing or do another verification again. So don't wait for NSC to send you this message. Just do it. Because if you don't do it, NSC sending you a message is going to delay your PIN. And in EMJ, we don't like delay. It's very important. Make sure you also do your ID check. Take your document to the day of your OSCE so that you will not be carried away thinking that all is well, and then the ID check will not be the one that will delay you. Now, what is ID check? They are basically going to verify all your original credentials, all the documents that you have handy already. Now, what is the next phase? The phase of what? Getting your PIN after smashing your OSCE. And for you to get your PIN, it's not hard. It's under your control. It's under the control of NMC. But the direction is, at least within 24 working days, you should be able to get your PIN. I'm not super sure now what's the number of days, but within certain working days, you should be able to get your PIN. But many get it earlier. And I've told you what can delay your PIN. Maybe your CBT was already over a year, and they are now messaging you to go and do your certificate of bring certificate of good standing, which is equivalent to doing second verification if you're in diaspora. Or maybe during your ID check, some documents were missing. So those things are the things that can delay your PIN. And how do you avoid it? That's what we say, doing things differently. So immediately you smash your OSC, 1 week to your smashing OSC, you need to message NFC and say, I have smashed my OSC and I am wanting to know when I will be receiving my PIN. If there's anything that can hinder, that is delaying my PIN being released. And NFC are going to check your profile and see if there's anything that is still pending that you need to have. They will let you know. If there's nothing, they will tell you that you will usually get your PIN within 24 working days or whatsoever working days according to the policy. So you can see now, for somebody that folds his hand and is thinking that, oh, in the next few weeks, I will just get my PIN after writing OSC. And the person that now write an email and say, I want to inquire if there's anything that is causing any delay. You see, there's a difference. The one that folds his hand, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, he will get an email telling him that he should go and do certificate of good standing. Then he will not start it. But if you have emailed them earlier, they will have told you will not start the journey faster. So please take note of that. That's what you should do differently as it regards to your PIN. Now, the difference maker is in the job application. So before we get to the job application phase, permit me to sip some water. Okay. So the difference maker is in the job application. Wherever you are following this video, if you believe you got in value and hopefully you are still getting value, give the video a thumbs up and a like. And if you are watching us on YouTube and you are a subscriber to MGS channel, you may not be doing yourself a favor, trust me, because we unpack a lot of things. We stream this on our normal YouTube segment. I'm not sure this session is being recorded. Oh my God. Let's see. Oh God. Oh, anyway, I didn't record the session. I would have loved to record this session. It's quite unfortunate. The implication of that is after this session ends, a lot of persons may not be able to get it unless those who follow through on the YouTube live. Anyway, it's still okay. You can always ask your question by the time we finish. So, like I was saying, the difference maker is usually in the job application. So that is what we want to dive into now. So I've like a few things. After you have gotten your UK PIN, number one, you need to rebrand your CV and you need to rebrand your supporting information. And what do I mean by rebrand your CV? You know, by the time you now finish your process, a lot has changed. Now, with UK, there are things that set you aside. And as we always say, CV is what kind of separates you from the rest. So there are different ways you position certain things. And when one person is seeing it like it's normal, another person will look at it and say, wow, this is catching. So if you must, reach out to EMGS CV department. They will help you in redrafting and rebranding your CV. Not just the CV, but your supporting information. And your supporting information should be able to capture that you have not gotten your PIN. Even if you have just smashed your OSC, that's the stage you are going to rebrand your CV. Say you have not gotten your PIN. If they have already told you you are past your OSC, what are you waiting for? Will you not get the PIN before? Some persons will still fold their hand and say, oh, I have not gotten my PIN. That's why I have not started applying for jobs. It's not all jobs that will require you to put your PIN there. So just let them know you have gotten your job and you have gotten your PIN and move ahead and stop the delay that can delay your journey. Unless it's a rule that is requiring or saying you must have to put your PIN to proceed. So that's number one. Now, number two is you need to change your location. We said this multiple times. For those of you that are saying, oh, there are no more jobs, there are no more jobs. You just need to know where the jobs are and apply to them, and then there will be jobs. Not job, there will be jobs. So please revamp your support information, change your location. What do I mean by change your location? You pay for UK for OSC sponsorship, and you are now staying in UK for let's say about a month, 6 months, and so on and so forth. Because for a visitor visa, you are not allowed to overstay more than 6 months. Now, for those of you already based in UK for their MSc and all, you have a new address. How come that you are still using your address back in Ghana or your address back in Sierra Leone or Lesotho? Or for those of you that came for self-sponsorship, what are you still using your address for in Nigeria? By you putting your address in Nigeria, you're already letting the employer know that this one is not easily accessible. This one is far away. You were the one, you took the bull by the horn, and you've already done justice to all the process, and you broke all the barrier. So revamp all your support, revamp all your CV, reach our job application department and our CV preparatory team. They will help you to do it and do it the right way. So that's number two. Now, what else? You will not now fold your hand. You need to go to YouTube and watch how to apply for jobs. Many of us are only used to applying for jobs through track. There are a lot of websites that you can utilize for job application. So watching those videos will also give you a little bit of insight, just like you are following hearing me talk now. If you have not heard me spoke about these things, or you've not heard somebody talked about them, you may not know. So by you watching other people's video, EMGS is not, we are not a monopoly company. We are not telling you that EMGS is the only hope. There are other people also doing well out there. So they will also be able to tell you how to do it. By the time you combine it with what you get at EMGS, trust me, it will be like a level up. Now, what else did I put down? Then you will now begin quality application. You know what I call it? Quality application. It's not just anywhere belle face. Quality application. I will talk more of that later on. Now, begin your quality application, and you now start targeting. So the first one was quality application. The next one is targeted application. So what do you mean by targeted application? We spoke about this in our previous sessions. So during your job application, a lot of persons do things wrongly. Now, if let's say for instance, let's say for this instance in Liverpool, there are vacancies for RN, and out of that vacancy, let's say 200 nurses apply for the role, and there are only 5 vacancies. What do you think will be the fate of those 200 people? Not all of them will be shortlisted. A lot will get unfortunate. Now, what if there are areas in the UK where they are always short staff? They are short staff, and nurses don't want to go there. Why? Because they are usually remote. And you are not the one applying to those areas. Do you think you will get that job? Yes, of course. Chances are you will get that job. That is where wisdom comes into play. So you must be able to settle down rather than just applying to anywhere. Use ChatGPT and ask, where are which area in the UK are usually short staff? Remember, the essence of this whole thing is UK are not calling you to come and work in their country because they like you or they love you. No, they are calling you because they are in need. So why not go to where you are needed rather than where there is already full? Instead of everybody applying to Oxford, why don't you look for area, first and foremost, strategically identify the map out area where there's a need, where people are running from. Don't worry about, oh, if I am not there, I don't like the place. If you are there, you don't like the place, you can always swap, you can always go to another area. It's not compulsory that you must stay in that place. So you can see, use ChatGPT, identify those areas first. Or you can say remote area in the UK. There are people that got job in Isle of Man, and they even earn higher salary than people who are working in the main UK itself. But you don't know those things, so you can always ask. So please, Don't just rely on where everybody are applying to or what track just show to you. By the time you combine ChatGPT with your keypad application, you will have an edge. Now, what else is of importance? Um, you combine brand application to personal application. Now, what do I mean by brand application? There are platforms that support you with job application. Now, they are not perfect. Just like you yourself, you are not perfect. Because if you were perfect, you would have gotten the job yourself. These people is their expertise. That's where that's what they do on a daily basis. Now, they have always a competitive edge. Reach out to them, and EMGS is one of them. We have a department that supports you with job application, whether you are ACA, you are RON, you are a office worker, you want to work in the factory. We support you with that job application, and we start targeting jobs that offer COS. Let us know this is what I want to, and then the job application people will take it over. They know better than you. They know how to target your job application to the job. They target it to the job so that your chances of getting interview increases. So for some persons, because they subscribe for job application in a month, and in that 1 month, because they didn't get the offer they are looking for, they will just vote down and say, oh, this one is not going to work for me. They will not go and sit down and say that's the end. That's not the end. Job application should be subscription based. Even many years back, before we traveled, we submitted many applications. So it's shocking now. There's somebody will just say I submitted 50 applications. They will make the word 50 look so big. What's 50 those days? You understand? So this time you need to be coordinated. The job application people are experts in their field. They will add their knowledge, they will revamp your things, and they will structure it to make it give you that sort of an edge. When you combine what you're also doing, the result will start coming. If first month doesn't work, continue your subscription. Keep your subscription active, because you don't know if it's the next month that will work. And mind you, it doesn't stop you for still applying for job yourself. There are so many websites. If they are using track for you, you can be using Indeed, you can be using NHS job, you can be using Care Hope. Yes, so many. Anyway, that's by the wayside. Now, what else is of importance? Um, um, okay, this is also a tiebreaker. You need to target recent vacancies. And there were once a time that once application comes out, your priority will be to target older vacancies so that you can get feedback on time. So those used to be those days. But nowadays, once you see application, target recent vacancies. I will give you a typical example. Remember, like I said, this lesson is meant to help you and make the whole journey easy for you. Do it differently. These are the few things that we can be able to tell you on a public notes. Some of our people are doing differently that are giving them competitive edge. Target the same vacancies. Now, sometimes we release vacancy for our company, EMGS company, Express Med Global Services. And when we release vacancy, you know what happened? Sometimes we do receive thousands of applicants. There was a vacancy we put out recently. The applicant was like 1,900. Yes, 1,900. Now, for our company of capacity, the company of our capacity, we only have roughly 100 staff actively working. So if we only have 100 staff actively working, and one row, somebody we are seeing over 1,700 or 1,900, do you think our HR will be able to manage such application? They will not be able to manage it. Who will do the interview? Who will do a 1,900 interview? It's not possible. Because these people, they have this policy which says your vacancy must be out for so and so period before you close it. They will still keep this application on. So the first few persons to apply, they are the ones that the application will be looked at. Those who now apply late, as you are applying, the next day you will see unfortunate. You apply the next 2 days, you will see unfortunate. That's why you need to target recent vacancy. The one they are just dropping it now. Before application reach 50, at least you're always one of them. If you get this unfortunate, you will know that, oh, because you are not qualified for it. Because it's not possible that the HRO or the screening machine will now screen over 1,000 something applicants. You will see some applications, they will be out in a space of 2 days. They'll say they are already closed. What happened? Because they have received sufficient application. So if you are using Track or Indeed or any schedule or Total Job, always check, where is this place that I am applying for? When did it come out? And how soon can I apply? So that's why you have to be ready. So you have to be ready. That will give you a competitive edge when it comes to this journey of uh, job application. So target vacancy that are recent, the one that just came out, that is new. Now, next, you need to make sure that you tailor your application to the job role. Now, what do I mean? There are a lot of you, maybe because you have gone through different phases in your journey. You were once an intern, and then from internship, you now became a registered nurse. And as an intern, you were exposed to various areas in the course of your work. Now, when you see a vacancy that is medical, you should be able to tailor to ensure that your application is showing that you have experience in medical over every other area. So whether they are using ChatGPT to filter, or they are using another app to filter, or they are using their own eye to filter, they will see you that you stand out. You have the experience they are looking for. What will happen? They will shortlist you for interview. So take note of that. Now, what else? So emphasize your role and make sure that it's targeted to the job. So don't just apply blindly with you just say supporting information, anything, you don't copy and paste. No. So you must be able to tailor your supporting information to reflect the role, the job description. It's like using the job, putting yourself in the position of the job description, and that kind of will give you a competitive edge. Now, what else is important on this journey? There are different applications that you can use. There are Total Jobs, there are Track Jobs, there are Indeed, there are UK Jobs. There are different job platforms. Now, what you should be able to do is look at areas that need those jobs, put those areas in, and start saying vacancy in those areas. And then you will look for the recent vacancy in those areas and apply to them. So if you do all these things, you will see that there is a difference in what you are currently doing than what you should be doing now. What else did I put down? Yes. So don't just rely on NHS jobs alone. There are care homes that you can also apply for. Now, back then, the reason why some people are always bent on applying for NHS alone is because they felt, oh, NHS are the one that will sponsor them. With NHS, you have freedom to move between works. Nobody will hold you to ransom. But because you did self-sponsorship, nobody can hold you to ransom. You sponsor yourself for crying out loud. The trust is only there giving you COS. So if you get another trust that gives you COS, move. So let's say for any reason, like maybe the job is no longer suitable for you, or you feel the environment is not sweet, it's not as you want, you can always swap job. And you start reach out to the same job application that assisted you. I want to change job. EHS will be there helping you to apply to other trusts while you are still working in that place. One day it will shock your work manager that you have gotten offer. Then you change your job. You don't have to go through a bully or anything in your workplace because you did not know how to do it. Okay, that is that on that. Now, what else is of importance on this stage? You have now moved from job application to the next phase, which is what? Interview phase. This is also a tiebreaker. It's also a tiebreaker because some persons, when they come for self-sponsorship, this is not for those already based in the UK now. When they come for self-sponsorship and they now did the self-sponsorship, good, they now pass their OSCE. So we only have 1 month to stay in the UK, while some, they will have up to 6 months, and those 6 months they will using it to aggressively apply for jobs, and then some will get, some will not get, some will go back to Ghana, Nigeria, and so on, and say they want to go and continue. Now, a lot of them get discouraged by what they hear from people and say, oh, they will no longer get jobs. So hopefully this session you are here today, you also know what you need to do differently. You will get virtual interview. Some of you, they tell you that, oh, you can't get the virtual interview. Surely you will get virtual interview. One thing you must know is there's nothing separating you from you that is based in the UK and somebody who has been in the UK for years, apart from the fact that they got their PIN before you. So there's really no much differences. Yes, they have NHS experience. You can say, oh, this is the separating factor. But that's not the separating factor that is making you not to get virtual interview. The separating factor that is making you not to get virtual interview is your location. That's your barrier. And all these people, they want to be sure that, oh, they are going to be dealing with people they can see on the interview ground. Now, what do you do differently as far as this journey of getting virtual interview is concerned if you're already in the diaspora? Sorry about that. I needed to have a seat. So, what do you do differently? Number one, you have to make sure that immediately you gotten shortlisted for interview, accept the interview. Choose a date that you know will be good for you and accept the interview. That's number one. Now, number two, don't say that you are not going to be available for virtual interview. No, don't say that yet. Because the day they sent you this message about coming for coming for physical interview, it is the few days that they just shortlisted people. So if you go and send a message that look odd to them, they will just tell you that, oh, we are not available for virtual interview. You have to come physical. And they will not just tell you that you have to come physical. They are sending you that message. They will send it to another person to go and replace you because they have options. Now, what do you do differently? We will wait until it is now close to your interview day. Then you will not message them the reason you cannot come for virtual interview. You don't need to say you are in Nigeria, or you are in Ghana, or you are in South Africa. Nobody asked you that one. Just say you are currently outside the UK. Frame it properly. You are currently outside the UK. That's why you will not be able to access virtual interview. And you are sending this, let's say, about 3 days or 2 days to the interview. The thing now is, these people have no other options because they cannot go and message somebody else now to come and replace this person. You see the thing? So you are kind of choke that option for them. They will have no other choice. They will also make adjustment for you. They will not attend those virtual interviews. By the time you go for that virtual interview, you set up your environment. We've done so many videos on interview preparation right on our channel. You make sure you give it your best, and then you will smash it. You only go for your virtual interview. This is also applicable to some of you that came for BSc top up, MSc, and so on. If you must do a virtual interview, do a virtual interview. Don't need to spend £100 to go to another location for interview that is not guaranteed they will give you job. And it's not that when you now go for that interview and they didn't give you that job, they will give you back the money you spent on transportation. They will not give you back the money. So why waste that money? Follow this approach. Follow this approach. When you follow this approach, chances are you will be scheduled for virtual. And that's how they do it. And when they do it like that, you will not see that virtual will come. Feel that will even be tired of virtual interview. So please, it is one thing to listen, it's another thing to apply. So hopefully, all these things you've heard so far, you'll be able to apply them. Now, what else, as far as this journey is concerned? Remember, for your interview preparation, I said, prepare for your interview. Prepare for your interview. Don't go and think, you see, because it took you so long to get the interview, you will understand. But for some of persons, they just apply, they just get. There are some persons, they just reach out to our job application team. Immediately they are just applying, they are just getting offers. They will not know how difficult it is for some other person. So please prepare. That's why we have interview preparatory department. They will, their own is to support you for interview preparation to make sure that you get it right once. So please take note of that. ENGS as a company can equally support you in that. Next, request for a virtual interview late. Don't request immediately. Request for interview virtual interview late. So please, the request for it late. And how do you do that? I told you by messaging them when it's a week or few days to the interview. Now, what is now the next phase after your interview? You will get a conditional offer, a conditional offer. Conditional offer means you need to meet some certain condition. So if you are meeting those conditions like reference check and so on and so forth, then you will know you are in a good hand. Like we always say, in all this journey, be in good terms with wherever you are working, because you will still need them. There are some of you, immediately you just, it's only OSCU that you just smart to, you will not see your work manager as it's no longer human being. You will now begin to see your co-workers, your level has passed their own. Don't do that. Be a nice person. When you go for OSC, even if you don't tell your work manager, have their contacts. Once in a while, message them. How is work going? How is everything going? Send your work manager a recharge card. Help her to be happy, because who is happy with you will not do you bad. You understand? Some person I just say, no, my general, you know my work manager is wicked. And you never can tell. That woman is the wicked to you. Now, there are some person is still nice too. So do your own bit. Every new month, send them message. Happy family, happy this. Who is always you are always saying good of. Hardly will do back to you. You understand? So if it's not one manager, there's a higher person you can relate to. Maybe DDNS, DNS, ADNS, that you can your secret can be safe with. Communicate with that person. When you now also come back for your OIC, go and buy one expensive wine and give to them and say, you know that journey I told you I went for, I've come back, I say I should come and appreciate you. Finish. Oh, it doesn't mean you are not living us. No, no, no. The process long. I'm still on it. When it's not reference check, they don't say they need an official workmate. You will not suffer, you will not struggle, you know who to reach out to. Even you that is doing your top up MSc top up program, you also need experience in your job application journey, because you might have done internship. You might also be fresh, but maintain good relationship. Don't kill relationship because you don't know how they will be useful to you again. That is that for the offer check and pre-employment. Now, the next phase is for you to apply for visa. So for those of you who are already based in the UK, they've written their exams, you don't need applying for visa. But if you are already in diaspora, maybe you are in Nigeria, Ghana, and the rest, Saudi, you will need to apply for visa back to the UK. So if that be your case, don't worry, this visa is not easy one. So reach out to our visa application team. They will handle it for you. You have nothing to stress. From start to finish, there will be denial rate is very low for a novice. How much more for an expert? So take note of that. Now, at this stage, if you get your visa approval and you need funds, because all the things we have been saying since, it costs money to book your OSA, it costs money to prepare for your OSCE. It costs money for physical assessment. It costs money for maybe proof of funds for those of you that will do proof of funds for visa approval. That's why I say I didn't dwell on all these things, because I feel for those of you who really need visa approval on first attempt for your NFC or OSCE, you should be able to go for visa consultation with our team. And I told you that all these things will be pinned on our YouTube channel handle, so that you'll be able to join our Telegram group and access our community and our customer care. So once you are able to do all these things, you now need resources. EMGS can be able to fund the whole process for you and support you with loan. That's where the EMGS Swift Loan services comes in. So you take as much money as you instead of going to go and sell your family property. So you can see, we literally hold you by your hand from the very start up to the stage and even beyond. So you take the loan and then use it to finish the whole process, book your flight, and then travel. By the time you now get to the country of your dream, then you can now sort out the repayment. So that is that on the part that has to do with the offer. And then after the offer has come, you've gotten the money if it's needed, then you can now fly and start your preceptorship. Preceptorship means you will be working under supervision. Please don't be in a rush to become independent. If they tell you that your preceptorship will take 2 months, please follow 2 months. Don't go and enter trouble. It's better you do 3 months preceptorship and then you now start working independently with confidence than for you to go and do 2 weeks in preceptorship because you are forming, you want to be quick independent. You know, adult life, when somebody want to, when children, when you see children, by the time they are age 12, they will say they don't call me a child again, I'm an adult. When they really see the life of an adult, many of them want to go back to baby, they can't go back again. So take your time steadily. Now, that is that on that. Then the next phase is for you. After you have settled in the system for some time, we recommend write your NCLEX. Write your NCLEX. Just write and keep. You understand? Write your NCLEX, write and keep. But why do you write your NCLEX? So that you can have options. US is there, Canada is there, Australia is there. So you have options. You may also stay in the UK and don't want to travel again because maybe the place is not nice for you. So it's a thing of what do you really want. So we always tell you have options. And if that be your case, you want to do your NCLEX, you know who supported you from the very beginning. So ENGS will still be there to prepare you for your NCLEX from the very start right to the very end. And we'll make sure you smash it in first attempt. Now, the advantage of this now is all the money you were looking for while you were still back home or when you were still a student that you didn't have so much to do all these things, you now have the money. So money is no longer a problem. You cannot say out of 2,000 pounds they are paying you, you cannot take 500 pounds to go and book book for NCLEX. You can't say that for 3 months or 4 months, less they swear for the person. You understand what I'm saying? So that is that on that. And then this is also very important. If you are working in a place and you now notice that the place you are working, you don't like what is going on, maybe they don't like you, instead of waiting for them to give you a termination letter or to enter trouble, start applying to swap job to another trust. Because even if they are so good, but the work is killing you, you want to die. For you to die before your time, swap the job. It's not like that in all the trust. Your trust, if they show you paper, they are other trust, they are a soft life. So they are soft life. All you just need to do, reach out to our ENJ job application team. They will be handling your job while you are busy working. So all you need to now be doing on your own part is to prepare for interview. Once the interview enter, you go. Once the interview enter, you go. Just maintain your subscription with the job application package. Once the interview enter, you go. Once the interview enter, you go until you get the right offer. And even if you are there, we don't encourage you to just stay in band 5 forever. If you can, move higher to band 6, to band 7, unless you want to move to another country. You get my point. So you can also do that with EMJ job application department. They will be helping you to apply for other jobs. For you to get band 6 in your current trust might be hard because they were the one they saw you when you just came. They saw the mistake that followed you. So they will be skeptical about your ability to be their leader. But if you now transfer to another trust who don't know you, they will give you options. Like what we always say, when the king that knew no Joseph came into power, he began to destroy all the things that Joseph built. That's why Israel began to suffer, or he started suffering in the land of Egypt. So you should be able to know that these people knew you when you started, they saw your weaknesses. So for them to allow you to grow higher to now be the leadership role, it will be hard. But if you move to another trust, you can literally get that higher post. So that's where in-depth job application comes in. And this journey doesn't end there, because you are now working and you now have the income you never had. That means you can now begin to start investing in your future. So while you are still in the baby phase now, you are trying to do your skill, you are finishing your BSc program, you are doing your BSc top up, start looking for opportunity around that you will begin to invest on, because you will not do this nursing forever. At some point, you will not allow your investment to count for you. Why are we telling you to do self-sponsorship or relocate abroad? The reason for that is simple, because with the current work you are working, if you know that your current work you are working can guarantee you a savings of at least 500K in Naira per month, or whenever you are working, you can get 500K in Naira per month as something you can save. You may not necessarily need to start your self-sponsorship journey. Or if you cannot get it, you need to go, because time wait for nobody, so that you can leverage and quickly make up for your future. This body, time will come, you can no longer answer to work, do this, do this, do that. It's not that time you will start running now. So run now, so that by the time your children are now ready, they will not need to go through the run that you are running now. So it's more like you have done it for them. That's why we say, don't be selfish on this journey. Don't be selfish. Sometimes don't just be motivated by, oh, it's too burdensome, it's too difficult, that's why I'm not doing it. How about those that will come after you? They will still say it's too difficult, it's too burdensome. But if you do it for them, they will have a lesser stress and struggle to go through, and they will have other things to focus their attention on. So with that, we will have come to the information segment of this session. So if there are questions that arose as a result of our conversation, or you have also tried self-sponsorship, you had struggle, you have difficulty, I will be very happy to attend to your questions. So please, if you want to speak, unfortunately, only those in Zoom can be able to ask direct questions. For those on YouTube, they can always pop their question on the comment section. I will try my best to go through them and see how many I will be able to attend to. Like I said, it's a live session. So let me see. Okay. So if you have a question, kindly unmute your mic and ask. And if you are following this session on YouTube, before you ask a question, try your best to at least give the video a like. And at least that encourages us to continue to make a positive impact as far as your journey is concerned. So this basically breaks everything down for you, how to do your self-sponsorship differently, so that you will not finish your journey and now be wondering, oh, how come my case is different? So that's basically it. So question time. If there are questions, go ahead.
That's awesome. It's okay. No.
Guys, stop. Stop.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you are muted. If you are muted, okay. Please mute. Everybody mute yourself. She wants to let us know if she's using an iPhone. I transfer my host. I can unfortunately mute her. iPhone, mute your mic. Anyway, thank God you have been muted. Any question arising? Question arising before I call it a day on this session.
Yes, please.
Question. Okay, let me see. Question. Okay, this one is asking what's the cost? What's the cost for self-sponsorship? Well, anyway, okay, wait. I think it's better I attend to the Zoom first. Is it Miss Vivian Onyekachi? You are raising your hand. Please, can you go ahead with your question? On Zoom, there are so many hands that are up. We'll take it one after the other. So, Miss Vivian, I think your hand went up first. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, I want to sincerely thank you for this online session. I'm really appreciative for all of this information you are giving to us free of charge. So
Thank you, ma'am.
regarding the proof of fund, you said we need to contact the customer care to get more info on it. Can you throw more light?
Yes. So what I literally am saying is, when it comes to OSC application, I believe you are speaking from diaspora. So one of the things that is going to make you get approved or not approved is the nature of your account. So your account need to be appropriate for this purpose. Now, like I said, there are some information that they are reserved for consultation and not for public domain. You understand? Because you don't know how far this video can go. So please, I beg you in the name of God, hold the conversation with our team strictly for the purpose of account building for your exam, so that they will be able to break it down for you, how much should be in your account, how much you should have, where the money can come from, and anything that will basically lead to denial, they will eradicate it. Now you are seeing the preparatory phase. You don't want to wait to the point that you now have a month to your exam. That's when you now reach out. And you need to submit at least maybe 2 months or 3 months bank statement for your application, or 1 month bank statement. You don't have it. You get my point. So they'll be able to help you break down how the account should be like. You get, so that's what I was referencing there. But there are some things that I want to tell you, but if I start saying it now on a public platform, we don't know how far the video can go. I don't know if you understand me.
Yes, I get you. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. So let me call on Nurse Chiamaka. Okay, Nurse Chiamaka, it's you that we just spoke with, right? So drop your hand. Nurse Chiamaka Vivian just spoke. So let's see Osem Osemoha Osaze.
No, sir, it's not
Oh,
me.
Os-
Oh, I was the first
oh, okay,
person
go
that raised
ahead.
my hand there. Oh. Can I speak?
Apology. Yeah, please. Go ahead. I will see. I will address all your questions anyway. So go ahead. Let's
Let
start
me do
from
it
the
quickly
way it's
because I'm at
appearing
work.
on
And
my phone. Don't worry,
okay, good
everybody will
evening,
be
sir.
taken care of. Okay,
Good
good
evening,
evening,
sir.
ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for
Good
this
evening, ma'am.
opportunity. We so much appreciate your efforts to make sure that we get it
Thank you, ma'am.
right.
Thank you,
Mine is
ma'am.
more like an advice that I'm seeking. I actually understood
Okay,
the pathways you've mentioned and things involved. I
thank
actually
you.
am a nurse and I'm based in Saudi Arabia. I've passed my
Okay.
NCLEX since 2024. I've tried
Oh,
to
wow.
apply for jobs.
Hmm.
Presently I have a job for the US, but because of the restriction, we are where we are. But for Canada, I've tried to apply for jobs several times. In fact, I got tired and I stopped applying. I paid for an academy to help me apply, but I haven't still gotten a job. So presently,
Hmm.
I'm kind of tired of that pathway. So I'm thinking if I should go through either sponsorship, self-sponsorship route, or coming in as a student and then get my exams done and get my PIN.
Yes.
Present, I just had these thoughts last 2 days. Yesterday, I
Hmm.
paid for OET with your academy.
Okay.
So I'm kind of confused if I should go with, because the thing is, I want to be with my family. I've spent 3 years here without my family, so I'm tired of being without them. And if I should spend 1 more year here, I'll still be without them and then still start whatever pathway I want to embark on that will take more years. So I'm thinking maybe the school route may be better, but I'm still not sure. I
Hmm.
just want you to give me a sincere advice.
Okay. So there are so many factors to consider. So, so there are so many factors to consider. The first factor is when you come in as a student, obviously you cannot come with your family unless you are doing MSc in research, which at the moment is very competitive and it's very hard to get. So even with our study abroad program, we don't guarantee MSc in research. So you will not be able to come with your family with a MSc route. Now, you can also come with a MSc for the sake of you yourself coming first. And then once you are now eventually settled, you will get your PIN and get a job and get your family onboarded. Obviously, based on the new rules, only those that are from nursing and above are able to bring their family. That's why it's very essential for those who came for BSc top up, they need to transition as soon as possible. And even if you are ACA, you need to transition as soon as possible while the route is still there available. Now, the both options are viable. Why are they viable? You are already working in Saudi. So if you start your self-sponsorship journey, you will still end up getting the job. So even if you don't get the job immediately, you will still be working in Saudi. So it's a viable option. Now, if you come as a student, before you come as a student, you should have raised sufficient amounts because life of a student, we always say it's not easy. So you might hear that, oh, you'll be working 20 hours and so on, but it's not going to be easy as a student. But if you finish the program and you follow the guideline we just gave now, what is it? By the time it's 3 months or 4 months to your studentship journey, start your self-sponsorship. So that by the time you are finishing your program, before you even finish, you have already gotten your UK PIN and you start applying for a job. And you cannot be able to skip the program of a post-study, where you will be spending a whole lot of money to apply for post-study in order to stay in the UK for about a year and 6 months or thereabouts. So both options are good. The advantage student own has is by the time you now become a UK RN, you will now already have your master's. So with your master's, you can be able to get a higher role, not just a band 5 alone. You can get band 6, you can even get a band 7 depending on the course that you chose that you are working on. You can even become a nurse practitioner depending on the course that you studied. So masters is supposed to be a double-edged sword. But because so many master's students have worked so much at ACA, they will not even begin to see their colleagues that are in the job as too superior. So there's a thing that happened with when you work with somebody so much and you already see them, they are now your senior. Even when you now have the opportunity to grow higher, you will now be thinking that they are still your senior, not knowing the power of your certificates that you are holding. So that is that. So I would recommend look at the options very well. If you have a sufficient amount of money that will make you to do your master without too much stress, go for master because master will give you two edge. One is you will get your certificate that can help you to increase, and number two is you will use the process to still get your UK PIN, and then you move all ahead. See a win-win situation. I don't know if that's understood, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I understood what you're saying. I'm so sorry. I'm actually at work. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so
that's fine.
much.
All right,
Thank you.
that's fine.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you
We
so
can
much. So let
also
me
chat
give
you
you.
directly, sir, please. Can I?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We
Okay.
can always be supportive. Yeah, that's
You too,
fine.
sir. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, man. So let's hear for Osemo Kai Osaize. I hope my pronunciation is not
Same
too bad.
Ustaze. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, sir. I really appreciate this meeting, sir. So my question is, the start this whole process from what you are in Nigeria currently. What is the cost implication that how much would one need to have to start so that you don't get stuck in the process?
Okay, so the cost is not doesn't tear pockets like I always say. If you use proof of fund, you will spend less. If you are doing it yourself, you're going to spend more. If you use proof of fund, you will
It's for
spend
self
less.
sponsorship. For self
Yes,
sponsorship.
that's what I'm saying. You can also use proof of fund. If you use proof of fund, you will
Okay.
spend less. Yes, because the amount you are proving for funds, it's not really much. It's not like you're doing 50 million or anything. Now, if you have a place you are working and you have a sponsor already in the UK, you will spend less. What do I mean by sponsor? Maybe you have a friend that both of you were students together and he agrees to be a part of the journey with you and he will provide his account as a proof. That one we will spend less. If you have a family member already based in the UK, you will spend less. You understand? So there are so many factors that cause this. But like I say, all those things, they are going to be hard now for me to start asking you personal questions on the space like this. You get?
Okay.
So that's why we see those sort of situations. If you have a conversation with our people, they will break it down for you. They will tell you the things we cannot say here. They will tell you how to do, even when it looks unrealistic for you, they will show you how it can be realistic. And you will see it from another angle. Then after you have seen it, then you will not decide and say, okay, I should go ahead or I shouldn't go ahead. But one thing you must know is nobody starts all this journey having everything already figured out. So you just
Okay.
need to a first step. When you start the first step leads to another. This next step leads to another. And before you know it, you are now ready with the whole process and you've done all the whole journey. So I don't know if you will capture that, map.
Yes, I did. And also, if one gets their PIN finally after the whole self sponsorship, how is the dependency like? Can one move with their family?
So there's something I forgot to even add. So if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend who is a nurse, or a husband or a wife who is a nurse, two of you don't need to do it together. One person just need to give up for one person to shine. That's how it is now. Now, secondly, how soon you move with your family? Immediately you get your PIN and you get your job. How soon you just go with your family? That's where angel sweep flow comes in. So a lot of person come to us, they'll say, well, I want to move my husband before they hear this one change again. And we just need the money. So the company will now take it away from there because they've already gotten job. At least you are guaranteed that they will eventually be able to pay, unless they just want to be wicked. You understand my point?
Yeah.
So how soon? Immediately. As long as you get your job. All right.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, ma. So take your hand down now. So let me welcome Sugar. Hey God. See name. Sugar. Have you got a question for us?
Yes, good evening, everyone. So please, my question is this for someone that already has a PIN but couldn't get a job before her visa expired, she went back to
What is
Nigeria.
your name? What is your name?
Mary
Is your
Jane,
name really Sugar?
is Mary
Eh,
Jane.
okay, go ahead. Yeah,
So
go
is
ahead.
it advisable that on your track or any app you're using for your job application, you should change it to Nigeria because you're already in Nigeria, or you should still leave it in UK, but you know you are no longer in the country? What would you advise, please?
I don't know what you are talking about. Oh. All I know is because you came to UK for your self sponsorship, all your address should be reflecting that you are now in the UK, and then you keep
Oh, okay.
maintaining your application accordingly. So nobody is going to come and see. I visit Nigeria on steady. So does it mean that every time I go to Nigeria, I will not change my details to Nigeria again? I will be changing it up and down. You understand?
Okay.
Maintain you are talking about the one that will give you leverage here. The difference between those who are already here and those who are not here is just simple. They are living. You understand? So swap everything. Make sure you change everything. You are not lying now. Did you not really travel? What's come to
I
worse?
did.
It was the time you wanted to travel, you forgot to change it back. So why you that's the thing. And when you are now applying, you start targeting recent vacancy. As they are just applying, you see, let me tell you, when we were recruiting for nurse assessor in our company, we had over 700 vacancies, applicants, 700, I think 900. Not the follow-up team member that will have over 1,900. Now people were overqualified. We could not select. We just choose the first 50 or 100, and then we started interviewing. We thought we would do it. It was very easy. When we reached 20, we got tired. We could only manage, I think, 20 or 30 or 50 applicants to interview. We couldn't interview everybody. So that's how it is. As their job is coming out, apply. Even if they are using AI to work on application, you will be among those ones that AI will first of all capture and work on their documents. You understand? But thank you so much. I believe that answers your question, Sugar. Yes? Good. Okay. Let's hear from Adebola. Miss or Mrs. Adebola. Go ahead with your question. Let me check if there are comments on YouTube. You guys that are following us on YouTube, try your best to at least give the video a like. Miss Adebola, the mic is yours. Okay, Adebola will not delay us. Let's move to Akinleye Latif. Miss or Mr. Miss or Mrs. Latif, please go ahead with your question. Is it that you guys cannot hear me?
My hand is
Oh,
still up.
oh,
You
I am
can hear me,
muted.
sir.
Oh, really? Oh, he said I'm calling the wrong people. Okay, Bevy. Is Bevy raising her hand?
Yeah, hello, good evening. Yes, I'm raising my hand.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
so I just wanted to ask, I'm a registered midwife in Nigeria and I graduated 2024 September, but currently I'm in the UK and I'm doing my BSc top up. So this whole um the whole process thing has been confusing me since till I saw the link to your video, and I think for it I understood the process a bit today. So, but what I just wanted to ask for us that like me now, I graduated 2024, and you know the old band 2 years band thing or verification before you can be verified by NSC UK and NSC Nigeria and all of that. So I think I'll be able to like eligible to verify by April 2027 next year. But I just wanted to ask, can I start the OOET, the CBT before verification, or I should just wait till my
Ne-
verification before I'll start this
ne-
whole thing?
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Never, never, ever wait because you never can tell what's going to delay the process, what's going to happen between now till April. The thing you should be doing now, start IELTS lecture or start OET lecture. Make sure you get rid of OET along the way. Anything that is not going to be a barrier, deal with them now. So by the time it's time for your OSCE, you will know that you have that one already pocketed. Then you have all the information for your job application. You have everything pocketed. So by the time you are finishing your your, I believe you will obviously start your post study. That's if you will finish sorry, your BS4.
Maybe hear you. Internet is speaking.
I don't know. No, no, baby. I was asking you, have you finished your BSc top up?
No, I'll be finishing by February next year.
Okay, so it's still a win-win situation for you. So start preparing for your IELTS now. So before that February, you would have gotten your IELTS sorted so that you know between February to April, your battle will be with CBT, OSCE, and the band that Nigeria as a body put on verification. Who even knows? Before that time, it may shock you that those are lifted. So you don't want to wait till that time before you start running. Start doing the difficult work now. That's the best advice for you, all right?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Thank you, man. So let's see.
Good evening, sir.
I Yeah, iPhone. Go ahead. Your name is iPhone.
I've been trying to change it, but I don't know how to put my name. So I have series of questions. Let me start, yeah. So
Go ahead.
I've verified with NMC since last year, you understand? But I've not written CBT. I wrote to IEL, but I got 6.5. And since then, fear. Because I don't know, this CBT IELTS, it's been troubling me, understand? So because of that fear, I've
Okay.
not been able to register for another IELTS. So I'm
Okay.
asking now, is it
Okay.
advisable for me to go ahead, do CBT, go for OSCE, and when I get there, write IELTS on paper in the UK? Or should I write OAT on paper if it's still available in UK? That's number
Okay.
one. Is it advisable for me to do my CBT, then start preparing for OSCE? Then when I get to UK, I'll do IELTS on paper. Because honestly, I'm traumatized about IELTS CBT. That is what has been holding me back. I wrote the first one I wrote since um, April last year, May last year, and I got 6.5. And that was the last IELTS on paper. So since then, I've been traumatized about writing CBT. You understand? So I'm now asking, should I write the CBT, prepare for OSCE and go over there and write IELTS on paper or OET on paper? That's number one question. Number two, since it's over a year now that I've done my initial verification, but I've not written any of these papers. If I want to now write my CBT now, do I have to do this good standing stuff with NMC again? You understand? These are my
Yeah.
questions so far.
Okay. So
Thank you.
let me answer the last one first. So yes, you will need to do your good standing if you need to get a PIN. So NSC will not disturb you now. By the time it's time for you to get your PIN, they're going to send you a message letting you know that you need to get your good standing sorted for them to be able to give you your PIN. So don't worry so much about it now. When you've gotten your IELTS sorted, you can do good standing. Good standing is always best done before you go for your OSCE exam because it's one thing that can delay your PIN. Now, for your first question, will I recommend you come to the UK to write your ISCBT and the rest because of paper or OSCE because of paper based? No, I don't know if you have tried the computer based IELTS. That is very sweet. It's one of the easiest. It might just be that fear is the barrier. So the first thing you should do is take a month program to learn how to type on computer. So if you learn how to type on computer and you are proficient in little, you don't need to be too proficient. You are proficient in little, then you should be able to give it a try. Now, should you write the whole exam in the UK? Of course you can. You can, but one thing you must know is it's good. IELTS is a little bit more expensive in the UK because of the pounds value. So when you are booking it now 200 or something and you think it's expensive, I think it's roughly about 200 or something pounds too. So which is now almost double the one you are booking back home, which you say is even too costly. So you see the thing. So if you ask me if I was in your shoe, I would go and write my CBT first. Write your CBT first. That will give you a little bit of a ginger and let you know that at least you are past something. Don't go for your OSCE yet. You get. Don't go for your OSCE yet. Make sure to pass your IELTS. Now, for you to pass your IELTS, take lessons on how to type on computer. Don't mind. Just go once in a while. Just go and practice with computer. Once you do that, you see, this whole thing is not marathon. It used to be marathon those days, no longer marathon now. But if not for one or two, we'll have said all of you should be working or traveling. But we come to realize that somebody cannot just walk. Some people are working. If you want to know whether it's necessary to do all this travel, maybe there's an event happening in your family. They say people should come and donate. Even those that have grown to professorship level, they will be donating 100K, 50K. Well, one young person will just enter this nonce will just drop 100K. Come on, it's enough for you to know that there's a difference in containers. So let the motivation for you be that one day all these burdens will be over and I will recover my course. Definitely you will recover your course if you don't give up. You understand? You recover your course if you don't give up. So do the uh, OET or sorry, computer trade, you can start learning the IELTS again. When you want to go for IELTS training now, please reach our organization. Don't do the general class alone. Do one-to-one. The advantage one-to-one is not going to offer you is that you will have a tutor to yourself. So anyway you're having challenges, you cannot be able to speak to that tutor. If you are the type that has enough, you should go for the premium. The premium will mean that the tutor will bend to your work schedule. You understand? So no matter how your schedule is, the tutor can be able to bend accordingly within that duration of a lecture. Now, the beauty of our lecture now is, before we used to do classes, we will say, come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be doing lecture, and then some person will have exam coming soon. They will not be able to access the end of the lecture. But that is basically eradicated now. With the launch of our app, it means that you can actually follow our lecture step by step according to your own pace. So in a class that we say is scheduled for 6 weeks, you can even finish it within a month and then use the remaining 2 weeks to revise everything over and over again until it sticks. If you now still want to resubscribe to the lecture, you can resubscribe, this time with a little token, not as the amount you used to join the lecture before. So if you can go for the one-to-one, premium one-to-one, private the problem that is soft. It's very easy. It's better with this. It's better with the is you now need to be fast on the computer. You get fear have enemies, fear to take over. Let motivation be the outcome. The children that are making you to go through all this journey. All right. Okay. Thank you, iPhone. iPhone, what's your name, please? Okay, all right. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. So let's hear from my is it Sensia? Is it Sensia that I'm seeing?
So I'm still here.
Yeah, don't worry, I will attend to you. Don't worry not. But let's hear for Sensia first. Okay, I think Sensia and her question will be attended to. Okay, you go ahead now with your question. That just said I'm still here.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir, for your free information, for your guidance, and I really appreciate. Okay, sir, my one of my question has been answered though. I wanted to ask if one really needs to practice with a laptop for the IELTS writing section. So you've already answered that we should go and learn computer for 1 month and so on. So another question is about my dependents. So, sir, after I get a job and return back to Nigeria, now my COS, will I be given a house? Then my dependents, will I need to show proof of fund, like if I'm coming with them, that I will be able to take care of them and all that, and all this health
Okay.
insurance stuff? That's what I'm asking, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so if your COS is sick for family, you don't need to show proof of funds and all those other details. But if it's not, you will need to prove it that you will be able to take care of your dependents. But that's the less you should worry about. Because what can happen is for you to confess. So you just confess, spend the use your first salary to build your account, and then you let your dependent come. That one you not get trouble. So those are not struggle at all. That's not a difficult part of the journey. The difficult part is for you to get that job. You understand? If you are holding a conversation with us, come with your partner so that they too can also get clarity on the whole journey. Because if two persons understand, before I went for this life now, my wife is aware. She was even the one that set up the YouTube. So if there is anything, any challenges, she knows what I'm doing. So nothing strange. Everybody putting effort. But if one person is just the one doing it, the other one is not carrying it along, there will be resentment. You don't have anything about. All right. Okay. So I think it was Chiamaka that spoke. So please turn your hand down now. Let's hear from Sesha. Okay, Techno just raised his hand now. Let's hear from Miss Ugozi first. Ngozi Amici. Yeah, Amici. Amici. Go ahead. Miss or Mrs. NG, go ahead. Okay, I have answered the question. Maybe she just still raising her hand. Okay, Techno K14. Hey God. Is it K14 there? KN4.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Thank you for this session. It's quite insightful. So, sir, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. So, my question is, I'm in Nigeria and I'm a registered nurse midwife. I did midwifery for 3 years first before I went for my post-basic nursing. I'm also BSc holder through distance learning. So, my question is, I've not been practicing as a midwife in this country. I've been a med-surg nurse. My question now is, can I practice in UK as a registered nurse with 18 months post-basic nursing, not RM? Is that possible?
Okay, so it's not that it's not possible. It all depends on the trust. There are some trusts that will recruit you without much expense. But now, because position is going to be very difficult. So if you ask me, I would say work with your RON first. So if you work with your RON, you can do one or two program in the UK. You get back your RON. Like I said, this is a marathon journey, not a sprint. You get. So in the end, you still achieve your goal. You want the fastest for you, the one that will not stress you too much. You don't want to be applying now. They will not know you don't have experience. That is why, unless you can prove that at least you have you have some few experience to back your CV up. All right. Okay. Thank you. So, Miss Bonale, go ahead.
Good evening,
Thank you,
sir.
Techno. I forgot to ask your name, Techno. Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, and so my question is, I did my NMC UK registration and Nigerian registration last year, January, and I heard that the registration expires after a year. I'm not sure if that's correct. So, I just did my IELTS this March, then I just passed my CBT last week. So I want to know how I can join the OSCE preparatory group, and also I want to ask if the registration expires as I heard.
Oh, okay. Are you a part of our group on WhatsApp or Telegram?
No, sir. No, sir. This is my first session.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what I will appeal to you for, I don't know if any member of EMGS is on this call, please kind of any of our applications. Link to the youth, we will try EMJS group on it so they can be able to access our WhatsApp or Telegram group. Or alternatively, still, you can be able to reach out to our customer care and then we can get you that OSC journey. So it's not a difficult. Now, the verify especially to use.
Yeah.
For your thing to be up to date. So once it's up to date, you have nothing to worry about. The plan is, as at the time you are submitting your OSCE, your CBT should not be more than a year. Your IELTS should not be more than 2 years. So if you combine the three together, you have a complete document to get your PIN. All right. So please
Okay.
come and reach out to our customer care so that you can also join our platforms. This is not just what
Okay.
we do. There are some regular sessions we do have that will also help you. And if there is not just all about the UK, there is US, Canada, Australia. Who knows? You may also develop interest.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, man. So let's hear from Ngozi. Can you go ahead now? If you have been attended to, take your hand down.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much for the information delivered. My
Thank you, ma'am.
question is about age. Is there
Okay.
any age limit on the process?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So I don't know how old are you, and I will not be asking you how old are you now. So I always answer age question diplomatically. What do I mean by diplomatically? Now, I've had a couple of ADNS, DTNS that have finished their program, and at the time they are retiring, some still did self-sponsorship and they got a job. Now, the reason why they got a job is not because they were too poor, that they don't have money, that they now say they wanted to go to the UK. No. But sometimes it kind of opened the door for their children so that their children will now be able to access some basic necessity. So that could be the thing you are looking at. Now, other things you also weigh in is, like we always say, if you are already above 60, working in the UK would be hard in that most often time you will need to stand for a very long time in the UK as compared to in Nigeria where sometimes you are only working 8-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts. Or in the UK, you will be working 12-hour shifts most often. So if you are working 12-hour shift compared to 8-hour shift, you see there's a difference. And that will make you will stand for a long time. So you have to also put that into consideration. But there's also an advanced side in that if you have any health challenges, it will more or less be attended to on a free basis, considering now that you are not part of the NHS. That's one. Now, number two is for the remaining few period that you may want to work, you will now begin to do what we call aggressive investing. You see all these small children that just start their program because they have not seen life. You see somebody that just started.
Network.
Within a space of 2-3 years that you are working in the UK, you can even raise a house. Yes, you can raise a house. How will you do it? Because out of the 2,000 pounds you are earning, even if it's 500 pounds that you are investing back home, you can be doing it. And that can be a retirement plan for you. Within a space of 2-3 years, you'll see that you will do something significant. You understand? Take, for instance, typical example. When I think in the UK, it was despite the fact that I was young as when I came, within a year or so that I got to the UK, that was when we bought our first house. Within 2-3 years, we've already bought like two or thereabouts. You understand? So the advantage is when you already have all the knowledge, things get easier for you. So if you ask me, if you are still under 60 and you want to do the process, go ahead with it. Because you must always have to think where you are currently, what will happen in the next 10 years if you continue to be there. Will you be able to achieve greater things like maybe you have a stable house bigger than what you already have, you have your children, you're able to fly your children abroad. So if you cannot achieve all those things now, you can do it for the sake of your children. You understand? Do it for the sake of your children. And even if it's 5 years you work for or 6 years you work for, you'll be doing aggressive saving just to secure your future. So it's still worth it if you are under 60. But if you are above 60, I wouldn't recommend it because by that time I would say do all the things to the younger ones. Let them be the one to do the work, but so that you can be much more relaxed. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you, ma'am. So this one is Sensha. Sensha, you keep raising your hand, but you will not speak.
Sorry. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
What's your name? Is your name really Sensha?
Yes.
Jesus.
My name
Essential
is
product.
Essential, so it's just short for my name.
All right,
Yes,
go ahead
thank you
with your
so much
question.
for all the enlightenment. I've really gained a lot. So my question is that for me, I've done verification, but it's more than 2 years. So you keep mentioning letter of good standing and then verification. So is it the same thing? Is it that I will have to re-verify? Because when I check on the NMCM app, I'm not seeing anything like letter of good standing. It's still that my verification that showed approve. So how do I apply for it if I'm ready to go for OSCE?
Okay, like I said, when you are looking for letter of good standing is applicable to those in the UK. So like
Okay.
I said, this session is not just for those in our diaspora, it's for those with master top up, sorry, BSc top up, MSc, and those in diaspora other than Africa, Asia and Philippines, those in Asia, Philippines, and the rest. So for your particular case now, do all the other process. Once you start your OSC, go and do your verification again. Are you getting it? You will do your verification again because since you wrote your CBT, as long as it's over a year, they will not tell you that your verification has expired.
Well, I've
They will only tell
rewritten
you
my
that,
CPT last 2 weeks.
oh, you only wrote your CBT last 2 weeks.
Yes, I rewrote it since the other ones have expired.
You have no issue now. You have no issue. You only
With
start having an
verification,
issue when that CBT reaches 2 years. Are you getting it? And you have not written, sorry, you have not written, if that CBT reaches 1 year, you have not written your, what they call it now, your OSC. Do you
sorry,
understand?
sir, you're confusing me again. So now that
Okay.
I've written CBT just last 2 weeks, do I still need
Yes.
to re-verify before coming? Because my initial verification was like in 2023.
No, you don't need to do any verification for now. What you need to do now is prepare for your OSCE. Are you getting it? Now,
Okay.
if you still get, maybe you are challenged, you are thinking, what's your options? Before you write your OSCE, you can send an email to NFC. That's NFC UK. Are you getting it? To
Okay.
confirm your verification status. If they have any issues about your good standing, they will tell you still. So it's
Okay,
not
because
an
I
issue.
don't want delay in PIN. I heard people get delays and all that. So I
Yes.
wanted
And
if
that's
I'm
what you're
traveling,
supposed.
I should rectify verification issue now.
Yes. That's it. You
Okay.
verify, you sort the verification issue now. What usually causes verification issue is when you have written your CBT and your CBT is older than 1 year, and you now combine it with what they call it,
Okay.
uh,
The all
OSCE.
skippers.
You get.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but
So
to be
since my
safe, we
CBT
always
is
say,
new,
as you start your OSCE, send a message to NFC and say, you want to confirm your verification status. They will let you know if there's anything pending. If they need good standing, they will let you know. Then once you don't hear you need good standing, just know that you want to go and do your verification. And if you need
I have
support,
to call them
EFGS
because
will always be there.
I'm checking on their platform and it's still green last as before, like it's showing ticked
Yes, so
like
that means everything is supposed to be okay. But one thing you should know is they are the one that have the back end better than you do.
okay,
Are you
okay.
getting it? Yes.
Yeah.
So they know better than you do. That's why you should always reach out in case. They are there for support. That's what they are being paid for. And if you need support with your verification, NFC, and I think our company will be able to
We've
also
not had this
assist
like kind of
accordingly.
case so that I don't have to call them.
No, you don't have to call them. I say send an email. That one is not hard now.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you.
That one is not hard. And you should not send the email now until when you start your OSCE journey. Have you
I'm
started your OSCE
starting.
preparation?
I want to register for class.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So hopefully that class will be EMGS class, and we hope to hold your hand. And I hope you guys
Thank
also come for physical assessment where we'll be able to make sure everything is in place. Okay,
yeah, thank you.
Techno 10 almost see phones. These people get money. Oh. Techno that is popping 10. Go ahead with your question.
I no get money. Oh.
Hey, okay, no problem. Is there any question? Techno Pop 10. She didn't even know now that she has Techno Pop 10. Let's go to Chisom. Chisom, go ahead with your question, man. You Chisom. Yes, Chisom.
Yeah,
Go
good
ahead,
evening,
man.
sir. Thank you so
Good
much for
evening.
the session. So my question is about proof of fund. If I want to do proof of fund and I want to use my spouse's account, are they like, or what are the documents required? That's for OSCE, if I'm going for my OSCE. So, or can I use it per se?
Yes,
That's
you can. If it's your spouse, as long as there is a document to back that is your spouse. And secondly, beside those documents backing that is your spouse, you also need to take note that if you are using your spouse, it doesn't rule out your own personal case. You should also be able to have something account. So I cannot go ahead with that conversation with you now because it's a personal question. Please book a consultation with our visa consultation department. They will break it down for you. Possibly let your spouse be there when that consultation is taking place so that he will know how to operate his account. See what we experienced recently. Somebody used his dad account for proof of funds. So his dad was the one sponsoring. So they were about to go for visa application, you know what happened? The dad took the money out and go and invest in one program that his bank was telling him to invest on. Now, when they printed statement of account, they now saw that nothing is there. They now asked the dad, you told us to have 11 million for this whole process. Is the money gone? The dad said he didn't know that you only just thought that they would just send the statement of account once, and that's all. That one of his banker told him to invest in this so and so, and he put the money in the investment. That's how that visa begin to get killed. So you don't just consult without involving the person involved. So if you are using your spouse, if you have a sponsor in the UK, try to bring them to the consultation room. They will also be able to ask their question, especially how they continue to maintain their salary account. There are a lot of things that can be prevented that leads to denial. Starting OSC is not the first journey as far as self sponsorship is concerned. All right. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Good evening,
All right.
sir.
Yeah, good evening, man. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the wonderful lecture. Please, I want to
What's your
start
name?
the
What's your name? You are Techno Pop 10.
Olasheni.
Oh, okay.
Hello,
Madam,
Olasheni.
nice to meet you.
A
Okay, go
friend
ahead.
sent this thing to me this evening.
Oh,
So I
oh,
wanted
okay.
to, my own is not question. I need the breakdown of this meeting. I just
Mm,
wanted to start the process.
mm.
I don't
Okay,
know if you
yeah. So,
understand what I'm saying.
yes,
I
I
don't know if you
understand
can
what you are
post it
saying. So,
to the WhatsApp group.
yes, of course, the whole step by step, we'll post it on the WhatsApp group. Now, those who
Okay,
need
sir.
a little bit of clarity on how to make the process different, that's
Yes,
what we
yes,
did this
that's what I
session.
need.
Do you belong to
Okay, thank you,
EMGS
sir.
WhatsApp group?
Sir?
Are you a part of EMGS WhatsApp group?
No, she just sent me only the
Ah,
link.
okay. So how will you now access the WhatsApp group if I post it there?
I would, I just don't know.
Okay, so you see, so what you need to do, the link
Okay,
they sent, maybe if you check the comment section, maybe they must have posted the link of our WhatsApp group on the comment section. So if that
okay,
is
it's there.
available,
I will join the WhatsApp group. It's there.
good. So join the
No problem.
WhatsApp group before this session because If it ends, you may not be able to get it. But those who follow through
Okay,
YouTube, it will be pinned.
okay, I'll do that.
Okay, it will be pinned on the comment section on YouTube. Okay, so
Thank you, sir.
Miss Vivian. Yeah, thank you, man. Take your hand down now so that Miss Vivian can ask her question.
Hi.
Hello, Vivi. Oh, is it Vivi talking? Vivian, raise hand. You didn't know you raised hand, though. Okay. Miss Vivian, can you ask your question? We'll be ending this session soon.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good
Hello,
evening.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Good evening. So, thank you for the meeting and everything. So, I sent the Zoom link to my friend, but she was not able to join. So, she was like, "Can I help her to ask this question?" So, please, can I go ahead?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So this my friend is asking about because she's trying to start the process of transitioning to UK registered nurse. So she's being scared of maybe not having enough experience because she finished 2024 and since then she have not been able to do her internship. So she's now planning to go do her NYFC, but she's asking if she can go and do a perioperative nursing program for 1 year before proceeding with transitioning to UK registered nurse because she's scared of asking of experience and all that. Enough experience to get a job. She doesn't know whether it will affect her.
Okay. Let me quickly attend to your question. So if you are in UK currently, you will see that maybe just
Hello?
They are from Philippines and what have you. They are trying to answer your question.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Your voice is
So,
cracking, so I couldn't hear.
Okay. Okay, don't worry. If what's will happen, you can listen to it passively because the session will be available on YouTube. So if you ask me, it should start now because today she's saying that if she doesn't have experience and then by the time she has the experience, what if the opportunity is no longer available? While she's gathering her experience, she should start now. Start with CBT, start with verification, start IELTS journey. All those things, they are not going to just happen overnight. It's going to take time. So while she's gathering her experience, she should also start. Then by the time she finish the preliminary, everything will meet at the junction. You get it to combine. When she's doing post-basic schooling, that's not going to be her experience. It's just like she's adding more certification to her certification. So that should not be what will hinder her. All right.
Okay, so you're trying
Okay.
to say that she shouldn't bother herself going for the perioperative nursing program.
No. I'm not saying she shouldn't bother herself. Why she is bothering herself with those, she should start. Perioperative program is not an experience. It's like a certification. She's going to get another post-basic certification. Are you getting it? It doesn't really make so much of a difference. So she wants to get experience in that line. Maybe she wants so that she can also expand to that region. You get. But before she finish the program, see, if I really tell you now, for those who are BSc top of that in this session, those who really think deep, they will see that whenever you go for your graduation, you will see so many blacks. What are those one going to do? Are they not going to also start applying for doing BSc top up? So are they not going to do their RON journey transition? So this thing is still easy now. By next year or so, it may not even be as easy as this. So why is she folding hand? The earlier she starts, the better. You understand? It's not going to get easier, except maybe other countries just decide to open their border, and then those who are already in the UK, Canada, and then they will all flow to US, and the US will now move to Australia and so on. If not that, it doesn't get easier now. Last year was easier than this year. So this year is not a bit tougher than last year. You get the earlier you start, the better. You
Okay.
understand?
Thank
Don't
you
give
very
them
much.
NYC is no requirement for the whole process. Nobody
Yeah?
will ask you for NYC. NYC is not a requirement.
No, she's talking about, I told you she finished last 2024 BS nursing.
Oh,
But since
oh,
then,
okay. Is it the
she
same
couldn't get,
person?
yeah, she
If
couldn't
that's
get
the
her
case, she should start.
internship.
She should start now. She should start doing IELTS, doing a CBT, or sorry, do IELTS first. While she's doing her post-study. Post-study is not a bad thing. She can do her post-basic peri-operative. Peri-operative. It's not a bad idea. She should be doing all those things, but it doesn't stop her from writing IELTS. Are you getting it?
Oh, okay. Because, like I said, she's scared because she doesn't have enough working experience. So why she wanted to do that perioptic nursing is to know whether she will get more experience. So they
Okay.
can
So to her, Sha, but I'm also
get
telling
work.
you now that peri-op it's not an experience. Peri-op is like you are going through another program again. Because she has already done a BSc course now, she's already told you she doesn't have enough experience. So when she now do peri-op training, is it that one that will give her experience? It's a training program. So it's not an experience gathering. It's just that she will have another certificate. So when she's applying, probably her option will rise. And where she can apply to will also increase.
Okay. Please, I
Right?
have another question, my last question.
So if I were to,
Hello?
okay, go ahead, ma'am.
I have another question, last
Go
question.
ahead, ma'am.
I've been asking people that are in UK, some people say that when you get a job in the hospital that you'll be trained for 6 weeks. So is that true?
Yes, some people will even do more than that for you. Yes, you will be trained on how things goes. But there are
Because
some
I,
things they
I
can't train
think
you
I
for.
think that was what she's really scared of. Maybe start practicing in another
Has she
country.
not seen, has she not seen her colleague that she's better than that have successfully traveled? So how is her case not different? I think she should live wherever she is and join group where people are making discussion regarding travel. Hopefully that will give her motivation.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. So since no hand is raising up on YouTube, that means sorry, on Zoom. That means I must give myself kudos and all our team that we are successfully answer all your questions. I have a couple of questions on YouTube. I will just read it and hopefully I will try to answer them. Number one, does CBT expire? We've already explained to you. After 2 years, you may need to write another one. And once 1 year passes, you will need to do what we call certificate of study. The process says as your CBT should not exceed years before you write your OSCE. And your OSCE should still be active when you are combining with your CBT. And your IS should not exceed 2 years as at the time you are combining with your OSCE. So you can see they all have 2 years boundary gap. But once you now have all of them combined, nobody will ask you any question again. All you just need to do is after 3 years or so, you just do a revalidation for your NMC UK RON PIN. So once you get your PIN, bye-bye to IELTS. So this one say, happy to be a part of the training. Thank you so much. That's for Unicorn. I hope you guys are liking our videos. We will not just be talking on air. Next, based on job availability, which area is better between mental health and midwifery and adult nursing? So this answer is very quick, straightforward, and easy. So adult nursing is the best. Adult nursing is the best without being sugarcoating. So before, mental health used to be the best. Why? Because a lot of people don't do mental health. So because a lot of people don't do mental health, the only few person that does it, they will have an advantage. Now, for us as a company, we have training for both mental health and adult nursing. But the reason why adult is the best is out of every segment or sessions in the UK, there will be about 10 hospitals that are attending to us, while only about 2 or 3 will be met. So the question is, because a lot of parents are now woken up now, the number of things you can apply to as an adult go ahead with your question. Nurse D, go ahead with your question.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for the presentation so far. So my question is that, okay, I've tried to do this self-sponsorship. At least I've attempted it. Or let me say I've lost the thought for a long time now. But my people in UK, their advice is always that and the probability that you get a job now is low and things like that. That number one, because of the policies and all of that. So it has really discouraged me. So I really want to know what is going on. Is it that actually there's no job? I know people are going, but I think it is very, very tight now. And they are saying it as if you have to know somebody that is like a band 8, band 9, like a ward manager. And I don't know anybody like that. So I really want to know what's going on. Thank you.
Yes, that's all that should matter. There's nothing like that. Even if you like 10, about 12, to which there's no band like that, it doesn't guarantee you any job. So UK is not like Nigeria. It's not because you know anybody, you will just get a job. It doesn't work like that in the UK. You understand? It doesn't really work like that in the UK. So see, people are still getting job. That's just the plain truth. If there's no more job, all the all the OSC training center will have closed down. Are you getting it? As long as there's a center training OSC people, there will be job. When would you say there's no? Just go to our platform and you saw it now. 2 offers, up to 7 different interviews still pending. You need to do things differently. That's why we had this session now, to show you what to do differently. You understand? Don't worry, go and play this video all over again. You will learn something differently. They are getting job. It depends on which platform you are. There are some platforms they are telling you it's no longer work, but people are doing it. See, where you are now, you have less options. The best option among all these options is what we are offering to you. Is the quickest. From this one, you see, I didn't end it with, oh, you're not gotten a job. I even told you that after you have gotten a job, write your request and keep. So that in case you want to go to US, Canada, Australia, you can still go. And we just offer this. I could have told you that, oh, because we offer a class, come and start with 10 class. But people are finishing class for the past 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year ago. They have not been able to transition. The money they used to go and write 10 class, they will have used it to do self-sponsorship. And they will keep change, and they will have been working since. And they will have written the class in the UK. We offer the tutorial, but our goal is not to convince you to come and join tutorial. If you are successful, conversion will happen automatically. You understand? If you are successful, we don't preach too much. Who show you road? Somebody now ask you, how do you do it? You know who show you road? You go and show them the road now. Conversion will happen automatically. But if you are not successful, it become a problem, even for EMDS as a brand. That's why we say quality services for quality experience. Every family deserves a representative abroad. So don't worry yourself, my dear. Chill. It's working. It's just that those you work for, they do things differently. This video now, you see, it's very long. We purposely make it long. Don't worry, I will not stop. I will not just stop. I will give as much information as possible, but the video will be long. To the point that for those who are not serious, by the time they see the video, it's 1 hour or 2 hours, they will run away and say, I beg, the video is too long. They will put on the comment section, be making your video too short. Yeah, I will look at it and I will laugh. But those who get the value will start applying this. In a month or 2 months' time, result will come. But those who said the video was too long, they will now come to discover the secrets, maybe in another session that we may have. So that's it. Don't worry, it's working for people. Frankly speaking, it's working. If you do things, apply everything I told you just now, and it doesn't work, that's when you say that it's not working. If you apply for job, immediately it comes. You revamp your supporting information, and you are not being shortlisted for interview. When your location is showing you are in the UK, tell me how come other person that are also in the UK are getting the job? Think about it. Eh? So that's it. Go to Bobby. Bobby, go ahead with your question. Or Berry. Is it? Yeah, Bevy.
Like,
Bevy.
I'm actually not
Let me
there.
call it. Oh, you are not. Oh, you are not. I didn't get that question.
No, it's still not did.
Oh, you are not done yet.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with the next question now.
Okay, the next question is EMGS. Like, can you just carry the responsibility of applying, like totally, totally, 100%?
Yeah,
Or
we do that, but that would be on a subscription basis. We do that. That would
on
be on a subscription basis. That means we do that for a lot of people, especially those who are already working in the system. So they want to swap
okay,
their job. We do that, of course. That's not an issue now. Our team members will be
okay,
the one applying for you. You understand? On a
okay,
monthly basis, you just may renew your subscription. They will be doing it until you get your job. We do that. It's just for you to be renewing your subscription. It's not a big deal for us.
okay. Then okay. Another question is that, I'm working in a teaching hospital, and the highest number of days that we're entitled to for annual leave is 6 weeks. So I've heard people say that you have to stay in the UK for like 2, 3 months so as to be able to go there physically, not for interview now, even to go there to apply
Yeah.
physically, to search for a job. So someone like me now that I have a maximum of 6 weeks to be there, hope I won't have so much issues because
No,
after
you will
six
not.
weeks,
That's what I just explained. If you follow us very well, I told you what you need to do differently. Number one, first and foremost, in that place where they don't give more than 2 weeks, be nice to your manager. He may increase it for you. If it doesn't work like that, it's not still a problem. By the time you come back, make sure that all your documents now revamp and all your credentials, everything, all your online shows that the address you use for your self sponsorship, that will not be your new address. Do you understand? So how will they know where you are? You are based in the UK, only. The interview comes, you go for your interview. I also told you how to get the virtual interview so that you will not say, oh, I didn't get virtual interview, they say physical. And what did I say? I say you shouldn't worry. One day you see that it's online physical interview they're asking for. Wait until it's close to the interview day, where by that time they cannot go and send your message. They will not go and give your glory to another person. So by the time they now know that it is 2 days to interview or 3 days or a week to interview, they cannot go and send message to other people that also apply to come and schedule for interview. And you give them reason why you can't attend. But don't go and give them reason and say because I am in Nigeria or I am in Ghana or I am in Philippines. No. You went to for UK, maybe for a vacation or for something that makes you not to be available at the moment. So nobody can stop you for going for vacation now. Then you go for interview. Before you go for interview, you go and do interview preparation with an interview preparatory team. You understand? Because what you don't know, you don't know. You learn from people that have been doing it over time. They will give you an edge. That's how we are getting interview. There's no weak now. If we start sharing all the interview we get, we will now put it on the EMGS platform. Everywhere we scatter with too much this thing. It will be too much. You will even start exiting the group, saying testimony is too much. Nobody said people are doing it and are getting results. Why will your case be different? Those things I just highlighted, they can be a different maker. Thank you. Okay, let's hear from Bevy. Bevy, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to ask, do you guys offer support for just registered nurses, or do you guys offer support too for midwives as well, or is it just nurses
Everything.
and mental health?
No, everything. Whether mental health, midwife, so it's an all encompassing journey. All of them. Our job application, there are so many midwife jobs we have gotten for people now. So all of them. There's no, even beyond nursing. Your husband, you did BSc and you want to start working in an office. You want to start working in all these big office that you see in London. Reach out to our job application team. I also appeal to, if you have a spouse, that the HCA is not the only journey, it's not the only route. You cannot finish a whole master, you are still saying HCA. For you to know how HCA is, they are taking order for nurses. Nurses is RN. RN is not to master's level now. You not do masters, you are not taking an order from, you are not gotten so used to it that you are not even global. You are master order. Oh. Well, good, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm not saying you should not do it, but let it be temporary. So by the time you now get these things, start break out of that chain. See, you see all those big industries you are seeing. Some people will finish with first class. They will say MSc, I did MSc, this thing, I got first class. They are working as ACA. And they are not just, they work as ACA to the point that it's not just used to them. They say, nurses, they are accountable. Me, I'm not accountable. Get to our job application department. While they are using that ACA, they will be using small money, that ACA, to be applied to top roles. You understand? They will be applying to top role for them. One day they will land that interview. They will not show them that it's not only 1.5 that they pay or 1.8. There are people that earn 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 in this same UK. I'm telling you, they are gold mine. It's just that some person don't know. If you cannot do it, allow people that will do it for you to do. All right, thank you. I hope that answer your question, Bevi.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, Chiamaka Vivian. All right, thank you, man. Chiamaka Vivian, go ahead with your question. You raise your hand again. Let me to YouTube before you
Okay,
respond.
sir. Thank you, sir. Sir,
Okay,
the
this one say
initial time
based on job
asking question.
availability. Okay, go
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
ahead. I didn't hear you. Yes, ma'am. What
Okay.
did you say?
Okay, I asked an initial question before, but you did answer a particular question. So I want to repeat the question. If I get a job with an NHS, that period before I'm able to bring my family up, do they provide accommodation or I need to sort out my accommodation? Then secondly, for a
It
civil
depends.
servant,
Okay.
who has no financial support somewhere to start the application, like who has that, as in that does not have a huge money somewhere to start the application, what is the advice you can give to the person in order to start this
Okay.
self-sponsorship route?
Okay, so the first question is if they will provide accommodation for you. The trust may or may not. It depends on what their policy is. Some trust will, some trust will not. Some trust, even if they do, you will pay. So take note of that. Now, for that kind of case, that's why EMJ Swift loan is there. So you no longer have issue of, oh, I don't have money. That's why I wasn't able to finish the process. So we will not give you the funds for you to sort your accommodation and maintain your balance. At least between the first 3 or 4 months, you will have start earning your salary and then you will pay back your money accordingly. Now, the next question is for a civil servant that does not have money, how do you start process? Well, there was a time that the process does not even cost money. And a lot of persons says, UK is not for me, US is not for me, I will just stay. And when Balablo came into power, things got a bit worse. And speaking in the case of Nigeria now, so things got a bit worse. They now begin to say, oh, I want to travel, I want to travel. It doesn't really matter whether you are civil servant or you are not civil servant. The first step in this journey is to have a consultation, because if you do a consultation, they will let you know that there is proof of funds. At least with proof of funds, you can be able to bypass huge amount of money. You need to know what it really takes. When you now know, you now start going to plan for it. You now start going to plan for it. You can put a year and say, we did this year, this is what I want to achieve. And then you'll be working towards it, working towards it. You don't come when it's, see, Fela sang a song. He said he wanted to go and buy a fan. And when he went to go and buy a fan, the fan was costing 10,000 or so. Let's put it like 10,000. He said, oh, it's too expensive. I'm not going to buy it now. I'm going to raise that 10,000. I'll come back. He raised that 10,000. Next year, he came back. They say it's now 10,500. He did it again. The money will keep going up. So the best thing you do is have a consultation, know what it takes, and then you will now start planning it, doing it one step at a time. If you don't even know, your friend told you it's too expensive, you just believe your friend. Meanwhile, others are moving. You see, the greatest joy we usually have in our brand is when we get messages like, I, the daughter of a poor farmer. I've given you guys this story before. Someone sent me a message that I had the daughter of a poor farmer. I was able to achieve my relocation dream through EMGS. Who would have thought? There are a lot of persons that don't even have, you are working as a civil servant, you are complaining. What are those who, my dear, go and do a consultation. They will break it down for you. You will see options available. We say every family deserves a representative abroad. There's a reason for that. When you have a representative abroad, you will know. If you are working in a place, the place you are working now, you work there for 3 years, 4 years. You cannot even buy land. They say land is too expensive. That's why you cannot buy. At least travel abroad now. When you travel abroad with 3 years, you can at least a month, you can be saving 500K if you are not lavishing your money. Or you can be saving 500K within 3 months. And then that will buy you a plot of land. By the time you save for 1 year, you will have bought plenty. That's what I'm talking about. So look at the end results. Let that be your motivation. The fact that you will do this thing now, family will no longer have to go through this struggle you are going through. My daughter now, that one now, is a British citizen. She doesn't need to be concerned about whether they will retire, whether they will struggle. It's so nice to be, how is to be looking for how to make money by the time she grow up. She will not start going through all the stress we went through for to go and pass her yet. You understand? So travel is optional for her. So you can make that dream realistic for them. That's why we say it's not because of you alone, but because of the people that you want to solve their problem. That makes the whole thing easy. When you now succeed, don't just succeed alone and start flying abroad, different places. Start looking for your siblings. Okay, if this one do masters now, hey, problem will solve for me. If you come to my house now, all my family, everybody is full. We not the people say they not seek child care, they suffer them. Me, not they suffer me. Oh, as I say, you see me, I see baby around me. Baby is playing at home with his siblings. Because as I am doing this, I'm not just telling you every family deserves a representative abroad. They are my own representation start from home. Charity begins at home. So those ones, they will also be helping me to do 1 or 2. That's why I can give you, if you say that I should stay here till tomorrow, I will stay here for you. That's why, because I have given you this time. I propose and say I'm going to come to solve problem for people. So don't worry. Start. Go the consultation. Don't be stingy with 5,000 naira you used to do consultation. You'll be saying, if I go and hold that consultation now, 15,000 will just leave my money. If you are too stingy for the little you have, even the little you have will be taken away. Sometimes you use one to open door for another. So please, thank you so much. I'm not saying you are stingy now. I'm just trying to explain something. Okay, Antonia, go ahead with your question. Antonia. I'll go back to YouTube chat.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate all you've been doing. I've been following you for some time. I started this process 2021. Unfortunately, my IELTS band wasn't up to date. And I did CBT, I passed, and unfortunately, it expired on me. And at the time, I wanted to come in as a healthcare assistant I couldn't pursue it again. Then I had another opportunity whereby I could have come up with my niece wanted to assist me to come while the CBT was still intact to come and write my OSCE there. Unfortunately, some a friend of hers that is a nurse, I think is a nurse, just told there were no jobs there. Now I'm over 60, and I've done I take 4 IELTS. So I heard you saying that if you're over 60, don't pursue it again. So what do I do? Do I just forget the process? And I actually had tutorials for my IELTS.
No, no.
I don't know. So what
Okay.
do you advise?
So let me explain something. It's all about understanding. When I say if you're over 50, don't pursue it. It's over 60, don't pursue it. It's not that over 60, you cannot do anything. You see,
Yeah.
everybody know their body. There are some persons, even in your workplace now, they are 50, they are already tired. They are already using walking stick. There are those, they are 60, they still do like kajat. You understand? There are some person that will see, they will tell you their age, you will shock. So you have to weigh the pros and cons and balance. Now, the thing is, you didn't have the opportunity on time, but you now eventually had it. If you see it, weigh the option and see it's worth chasing, you chase it. How do you weigh the option? Look at where you are now currently. I think in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, what will happen? What will happen to me? Ask that question. Be selfish. You. Be selfish. What will happen to me? Forget that work you are working, where you are. What will happen to me? Will I get what I want for me and my children? Forget extended family first. When you are succeed proper, you can talk about extended family. Will I get what I want for me and my children? Then when you now ask yourself that self-reflection question, you now begin to identify, okay, if this person has done 20 years in this thing, he didn't get what he wants. So where he is now, he's still complaining. So that means if I still get there, I may also complain. I'm not telling you abroad, there is money everywhere.
I know.
But if you travel abroad, because you are already advanced in age, you have an edge. You have an edge. When small children get 2,000 pounds, they say the money is not enough because they are booking flight to Dubai and Egypt and Morocco. The money you will use to do that one, you will be using it to build house. You'll be using it to invest in your children's future. So that's the difference. So the older you grow, the more you already have things to learn from that you don't suffer it again. And it also covers your head. God forbid you now have issue with your health, or maybe you have all these health issues. You will be sorted with God. You guys don't know the importance of staying in a developed country. Especially if you have all this, if you are in this Zoom session now, you have junior one that did all this nursing and they have a problem, health related problem. That should be the motivation for them to even travel, because their problem is better solved and better managed in developed world than staying back home thinking that, oh, how would I cope with all these conditions that I have? So that's basically, look at your situation, weigh the options, and then you can now see, okay, I can go ahead with it, I cannot go ahead with it. You can give it, if you know you can still actively work for 5 years, 10 years, give it a try. Why not? Give it a shot. Because that 5 years, 10 years, you will be able to generate something. You will not necessarily be investing in the UK again because your age, you know that you don't have so much, you want to come back. So you will know where your investment will go to. You get. So that's the thing. It's not as if it's too late, man. So thank you, man. Let's go to Joy. Yeah, thank you, man. My Joy. Yeah. Are you a member of our WhatsApp group?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please. That's
Thank
nice. So, my Joy, go ahead with your question. Joy, who wants your Not mind me, the mother name here. Joy, ask your question so that we'll go to YouTube. Hey, Joy did not know that he carry her hand up. It's fine. Trying to see if I can. Okay, I think this is the blue. Oh, I'm struggling with my YouTube. So in that case, I'm going to be ending session here then. I hope I was able to
Hello, can you hear
answer
me?
most of. Yeah, go ahead, Madam Joy.
Okay, good evening.
Go ahead.
I
Yeah, go
am
ahead.
Joy Laura. My own case, I came a bit late, yeah, but I heard you say consultation. I did my IELTS. I'm a BSc holder, and I'm also emergency AIE nurse. So I did the IELTS last year, and unfortunately, I couldn't play it. I got 6.5. But what I'm hearing this year, when I wanted to prepare, do on application, right? I kept hearing there is no job, the place is tight, this and that. I did not, even though I have a relative over there. That's the story I kept hearing. So I was really down and ongoing on this. So when I came into the WhatsApp and the YouTube, I heard you saying there is a consultation table for this. So I would like to know more about it and then know, is it actually true that the job to get job there is very tight because they are really convincing me to follow the route for Canada. I should go and do myself self instead of writing going on with my IELTS. So I want to know, please, how do you clarify me then connect me to the consultation? Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Like, if somebody tells you there is no more job, the person is not wrong. I'm not saying the person is wrong, but everybody speak within the conference of what they know. Are you getting it? The person does not belong to EMGS platform. We are the ones seeing the people getting the jobs. Are you getting it? So if there are no more jobs, the first indicator will be all the OSC centers. You don't need them to be operating. Because why would you want to register somebody for being UKRON when it's not needed? Are you getting it? So that alone already give you an indication. Now, I have also explained to you that in this UK, take in UK like in Nigeria. You know, in Nigeria, everybody want to go to Lagos. Everybody want to go and work in Lagos. But do you know that there are a place they call Ekpoma in this same Nigeria? There are different locations in that same Nigeria. So you think the things you do different is going to be what will set you apart. You first and foremost identify area that needs you because it's a thing of need. If you are not needed, you don't need to come. Identify area that need you and you start doing targeted applications and people are still getting jobs. If it's not working for your application, subscribe to AJS job application. Don't just do a one-off subscription because you subscribe for 1 month, you just say job will come like that. No. Subscribe, renew. If your life ongoing, subscribe, renew. They will be handling it. You will prepare for interview, attend interview. And we told you how to do all these things. People are still getting offers. If people are no more getting offer, what's the difference between you yourself? You have UK PIN, you are based, you put your location to be UK, everything. What's the difference between you and I that want to change jobs? People are swapping jobs every day. There's a person applying for Band 7 role now that our job application team are happening. She was one that reached out to me and said he needed support with a job application. As we speak now, she has gotten up to 5 different Band 7 interviews. Are you getting it? She was in Band 6. She wanted to move to Band 7. She is selecting the roles because she wants a role that will be more flexible for her. She's still applying with the same company. So what am I telling you? It's a marathon, not a sprint. One step at a time. Just look at everything I have said so far. It cannot all be lies now. Cannot all be lies. If not that some people want to be anonymous, don't worry. It's just a matter of time. When some people transition, maybe we'll be doing video now, telling those who have succeeded and say, come and tell them. Just sometimes some of you, when you succeed finish, they say, come and say, oh, I don't want people to see my face. So I don't want people to see my face. So even as we speak now, a lot of people come to physical assessment center. We say, oh yeah, come and join the session. Say, no, Mr. Tagbe, I don't want people to see my face. So my face that will show here. You understand? As if they will call their face. If I was hiding my face, all the things that people have benefited from EMGS and its company, people will not benefit from it. So don't worry yourself. It works. You just need a different platform. And EMGS is one platform that can assist you. Thank you, man. So looking at YouTube, see, I have that brother in Dubai that is sponsor. The questions on this YouTube are many. So please, I appeal to you. I will not be able to take all these questions. Hopefully, on a personal level, we can be able to talk more. If everything that we discussed so far, there are still some things that you feel you want to get explanation on and it wasn't addressed, you can consult EMGS. Our consultant will be very, very excited to solve your problem. Like I said, our physical assessment center is available here to support you. Our accommodation is available. Light is available 24/7, no disruption. Anything you need is accessible to you. If it's not UK, or you want US, Canada, Australia, EMGS also is there for you. And if you are not in the nursing profession and you want to go to Canada for your study, EMGS is there for you. Whatsoever study you want to do, EMGS is here for you. Just contact our customer care. Don't always reach out to me because I will slow down your message. Before I can reply everybody on my DM, it will take time. But with customer care, because it's their primary responsibility, they will do it and they will reply you sharp. So please, and if they don't reply immediately, especially for weekend, give them time, they will reply you. We want to be a part of your success story and hopefully will be one of the reasons why you succeed as far as your journey is concerned. My name is Otaigbe, a very ardent member of EMGS company, a company that wants to make impact on your journey. Thank you so much for giving us your time today. If you watch this video to this point and you didn't subscribe to the channel, it means that you don't like us. We are giving you your time, giving you our time. At least like the video. Don't go and like twice, otherwise you will take the like you already gave us. See you in another video. I will be doing OSA live sessions on a weekly basis, so watch out for that. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the
Thank you
wonderful
so much.
lecture.
I really appreciate. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.